fake love fold when the rent came due. Seen bright smiles fade when the day got blue. But she stayed right there in my roughest hour, like a front gate lock with a hidden power. If trouble get close, she don't make a sound. Just one step back and it all calm down. Dependable heartbeat, low-key flame. Everybody knows, but they don't know her now. Through the smoke and the noise, keeps it tight with me. Quiet strength, no toys. My chick ride with me. Never leave my side. My chick ride with me. Keep me alive tonight. My chick ride with me. When the pressure comes through, what I used to be. Loudmouth pride, moving recklessly. Then she came in and the pace slowed down. Made a hard man learn how to hold his ground. So if the whole wide world want a piece of me, she the one thing they can't reach easy. No show or trust or real. That's the kind of love that can't be killed. Never leave my side. My chick ride with me. Keep me alive tonight. My chick ride with me. When the pressure come through, my chick ride with me. And she know what to do. Ride with me. Met her in the rain by the corner store. Same calm face made me want more. She said little still, said enough. One look in my chest and it all got tough. She was cool like a code I could never break. Soft-spoken queen with a steady weight. When the world got loud, she stayed low. That kind of love make a strong man slow. Now she ride with me through the smoke and the noise. Keeps it tight with me. Quiet strength, no toys. My chick ride with me. Never leave my side. My chick ride with me. Keep me alive tonight. My chick ride with me. When the pressure come through, my chick ride with me. And she know what to do. Ride with me. Seen fake love fold when the rent came due. Seen bright smiles fade when the day got blue. But she stayed right there in my roughest hour, like a front gate lock with a hidden power. If trouble get close, she don't make a sound. Just one step back and it all calm down. Dependable heartbeat, low-key flame. Everybody knows, but they don't know her now. With me through the smoke and the noise, keeps it tight with me. Quiet strength, no toys. My chick ride with me. Never leave my side. My chick ride with me. Keep me alive.
Scott Free is going live. Let's go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
People, welcome back to a brand new episode of the Scott Free Morning Show. I am your gracious host himself, L. Scott. People, you see the name on the screen. Okay, no, you don't. Actually, you don't see it on the screen. I haven't had it up there in forever. People, I was all over the place. Anyways, people, I appreciate you for coming back on there, and I appreciate you for showing up for another episode of the show. We are on time but late, as usual. That's why I have up here, look, I'm going to put up there, I'm going to rechange the sign at the end of the episode. I'm going to put up there 2-ish. because I know I can't be on time. I'm trying. And look, and what's crazy is I'm a punctual person. I'm the person. I'm at a time at a certain time. I got to hit that light at a certain time. I'm that person. I don't know what it is about this. I don't blame yourself. I don't know and understand it. But anyways, people, back to the episode. Anyways, today's episode, you see the title. The title on today's episode, it's about black men and black women. What happened was somebody in my inbox, and they dropped this old episode. This is an older episode. I don't know how old it is. I don't know if it's a few weeks, few months, few years. I don't know. But it was a story, and it had black men and black women sitting here, and then basically the topic was, let me see exactly what it is. I'll tell you what it is, exactly what it is, before we get started. The name of the episode was, I Only Date White Men. Now, this episode is not to denigrate black women. So black women, just by the title, please don't let it scare you off. I promise you that's not what we're here to do today. We are here to highlight an issue that is affecting both sides of our community. And I think there is a common enemy, and it ain't each other. So what I would like to do in this episode is to eventually, when I get the juices flowing and enough people have came in and hit the like button and shared it, we'll go ahead and we'll dive into that conversation. But if you've been here before, you know how it goes. We talk about a bunch of random things that's in my timeline until we get to the point where I feel ready to have that main conversation. But I promise you, it all ties in somehow, some way. So on today's episode, it's no different. I'm just going to start at the beginning of my timeline, and I'm just going to let it cook, and I'm going to see what we come up with. So first things up, people. Anyway, if you are watching on Scott Free Morning Show page on TikTok, or if you're watching on the 300 radio page on YouTube, that's where you should be at if you want to see the graphics on the screen, because TikTok frowns upon that, so I cannot show you any graphics. You can only hear the audio. So if you're on the backup page, which is called L.Talk, that's the page where I'm going to have to eventually be when they decide to give me that third strike, because I know it's coming. I don't know what I did wrong, but for some reason they frown upon the content. So I want to make sure you guys go over there and hit the like button, hit the follow button over there as well. So anyways, I think we're streaming some other places, but I can't now remember at the moment. But if you see those pages that you're on, hit the follow button, damn it. All right, anyways, I was ready to hit the applause button, but it's too long. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and start at the beginning of my timeline like I always do. We're just gonna have a conversation till we get enough people. And again, people, I appreciate you for showing up when you do. You don't know this is my favorite part of the day. Hopefully it's yours. All right, if it is, hit the like button, share the live. All right, let me go and put it in the box. First things up. All right, and to L.Talk page, if you're listening on this page over here, if you hear an echo, let me know, because that just means I forgot to hit the button. Don't sit there and torture yourself hearing an echo. All right, here we go. Beep.
You know the United States is cooked when you can fly to Japan and it's cheaper to take the flight, land there, stay for a week, go to Disney World, and it's still that entire process, and then fly all the way back would be cheaper than just driving down to Orlando for 2 days. You know the United States is cooked when you break your arm and it would cost more for you to fix it at the local hospital than it would be to get in a flight with your whole family, fly to South Korea, go to the nearest hospital, get surgery, and then fly back. You know the United States is cooked when you can order 4 trucks from the Philippines online right now, and they would cost the same price after shipping them to the United States as if you were to buy 1 truck with a loan. You know the United States is cooked when you can buy a house in downtown Bangkok or in Phuket in Thailand for the cost of the down payment in the United States. Americans have been lied to, man. You are, as an American, spending more in 1 year, and you don't even own these things because all of them have debt on them. You are spending more in 1 year.
Well, enough. He's hurt my feelings. He's hurt my feelings enough. I don't want to hear anymore, but he's correct. People, don't let people convince you this has to be so. This country has convinced us that the inflation, that the fact that my eggs are $50, the fact that water is $72, the fact that everything that I buy out the store is absorbently higher today than it was 5, 6, 7 years ago. They are telling you it has to be so, and this is not true. There is nothing that this country did differently than Bangkok did during COVID, than Thailand did. Oh, well, that is Thailand. Thailand did do COVID, then China did do COVID, then any of these other places in the world that it did. They did do COVID. So why is it getting us? The same reason why they can poison our food, but it's not allowed in theirs. The same reason why people not openly just attacking their citizens, but they do it here. Same reason why, like you say, people can openly rob you, do business, and then they say, tough, deal with it. It happens here. Why? Because they don't care. You are the product. They're milking us. They're milking us, and they don't care nothing about the product. I heard this one guy say this one day. He hit it on the head. He said, most of the time when people rob you, like really, if they rob you, they'll rob you, and then they get out of Dodge. Not these folks. They rob you, sit on top of you, and say, how does it feel that I'm robbing you? How do you feel? Tell me. I just thrive off your pain. Does it not feel this way? Anyways, moving on. I don't want to make it about it. Let's move on to the next thing. What's next?
This is not prophecy, but prediction. If this was predicted 27 years ago, somebody knew something.
Again, if you can hear echo, don't worry, it's going to go in a second. But this is 1997. This man is saying things that we had never heard of. I remember this. I never heard any of this in 97.
Okay, here's the list. This is an abbreviated list. I could have made it much longer. You know I can. I didn't. Okay, you ready for the list? Fast mutating viral disease pandemics. Genetically developed vaccines. DNA database tracking. DNA chips. Get this one. 1997. Gene-based pharmaceuticals. Transmitting genetic instructions for a disease process. How about this one? You ready for it? Wait for it. Artificial intelligence to determine gene patterns. 27 years ago, who had heard about AI? Apparently,
AI was only in the movies.
They had. How about this one? Robots for doing genome sequencing. And then, this one blew me away. Using recombinant DNA for making spike proteins. 1997? It gets even worse. Smart homes. They have a whole chapter on smart homes / smart cities. This one will absolutely floor you.
What?
It did me. In 1997, and this is, you can do the word search and research yourself. They predicted, not 2025, but by 2020, that people would be working from home virtually. Come on. Nuclear devices causing widespread contamination. Nanotech devices.
Baby, I gotta pause it. I have to pause it. I have to pause it because we have to state the obvious while it's fresh in my brain. What is the obvious that we're hearing here? What I keep saying to people all the time, but I'm the kooky person today. But when I say all of these things that I say every day on this show, that it's going to happen because it keeps happening, I'm Nostradamus, it's not. These people have a plan. So I hear when people say about 2030, this is gonna happen, that means they are working towards a system, something that they are gonna do on purpose. This man is telling you in 97 things that are happening in our real time today. Today, we having to deal with all of these issues, which means is anything that you're hearing that's whispering in the background, that's coming. It's just a slow build. I don't think people understand. It's not something fast. It's always a slow build. They have figured out humans will adapt to anything. Meaning, if you just let them sit in it long enough, they will get used to it and it will become everyday type of life. I'll give you an example. Go back 10 years ago, when I was 11, Mike Brown situation happened. I remember talking to a young lady. The young lady said, they better stop doing this. This is gonna be a problem. I said, no, they're gonna double down on it. They're gonna do more kids. They're gonna do more innocent black people. They're gonna be doing more people. And it persistently got worse. Why? Because they needed to normalize the behavior. They needed to normalize you feeling that way. I'll give you the classic example. Do you hear, I give you in a totally different direction, but it ties in. You know how they tell, I'll say all the time, we just need our own. We can do it, we have the economy to do it. I don't try to say it in that black empowerment, let's do it. It's a certain way that we have this way of glossing over things, and I'm not saying it in a way. I'm talking about tangibly, we have a way of going ahead and building it right now. Right now, we have a way of going about doing it. But you always hear all the time that You can't build that. It's not going to be possible to get that. You can't sustain it. How you going to get it built? $1 from every black person, that's $50 million a month. If you give it $12 a year, that's over $600 million. It's almost that's over $500 million. We can buy some land. We can start some infrastructure with that. I promise you. Cost me $12. I'll do it. But that tells you, they'll tell you all day long, you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do this, can't do this. You're not able to build that. That's gonna be impossible today. This and the third. Black folks can't build stuff like that. They're incompetent. But then you see things like this. Hold on, if I can find it. Then you see, but then I want to show y'all something. You're gonna think it's totally unrelated, but it's not. Corey Holcomb's on Vlad TV. I want to play something real quick. Just listen.
Grew up in the Robert Taylor homes.
Yeah.
Which was the biggest housing projects in the U.S. and at one point in the world.
Really?
28 high-rise buildings, 16 stories high, 4,400 units with 27,000 residents.
Family, that is a community. That is a small city. You see how when they can funnel us into a project and divide, and then take the resources out of it, they can figure out how to get that done and not try to come tear it down, but terrorize it. But for some reason, you can't tell me that black people can't do that for themselves in a healthier manner. Yes, you can do it for your healthier manner. It's very possible to do it. It's very possible for black folks to live each other and around each other without having a war zone. Now, I've heard, you have to realize something. I always say this to people. Because, matter of fact, let me play this little ragged. Let me find this. Let me play this lovely lady right here is ready to make some statements. And I'm gonna tell you how it ties in. She's ready to make some inflammatory statements about my people, black people, your people, my people. And she's probably ain't from here, but neither I digress. But she's ready to go off. And I have to say something to this, and I want to play this real quick. So hold on a second.
Black on black crime is the problem. The fact that your neighborhoods are unsafe is the problem. We keep trying to talk and make this about white people and white people killing black people. Y'all did this with BLM. Y'all said black people were being killed unjustly by the police. What happened to that? I don't hear anything about that no more because the grift is up. And now you guys are doing this again with black people.
Okay, first of all. First things first, young lady, with love. Young lady, when your comment section is filled with non-black American black folks and white tea people, and they all big up in you, who you think wrong and who you think right? Now I know that ain't gonna hit with you because you've been obviously co-opted by these people and you think that they right all the time. But what I can also tell you is this. I'm reading a lot of things on the education system right now because I'm putting something together. And you find out that over 80% of Americans they read at a 6th grade level or less, right? And this is not to denigrate people. What this is to say is the school system has failed people into just, we're gonna funnel you in, teach you a bunch of ways how to be great workers, but we're not gonna teach you anything. And I'm only saying that in this moment because she shows it. Because as well as she's going to articulate her points make no sense. Her points has no beginning. If you go to science class, they're going to tell you in science class, if something is causing, there's a cause and an effect. What this young, lovely lady, with love, this young lady doesn't realize is that she has skipped to the effects and absolved the problem. Because now I can go with her. If racism had a year and an expiration date, they said in 1968 when Martin Luther King passed away, they just said, enough. We're gonna stop this racism thing. We're just gonna be done with it. Let's just move on from here. We're not gonna repair. We're not gonna do any of that. But from here, we're gonna leave them alone to do what they plan. If that happened, then your argument would make valid because it would be the point we were left alone and we just attacked each other. But what you cannot do is since every year, every decade, that we find out and currently you're going through one right now, you just don't know it, because they always tell you hindsight. You're going through something right now that's solely affecting your community, that's affecting you economically, that's affecting you psychologically, that's affecting you medically, that's affecting you in all types of ways. It is affecting your community on purpose because it's designed that way. as you sit back and say, they just need to do better. Because in essence, that's what you are saying when you're talking to people who are consistently being attacked. Because every day we see it, I get it. I guarantee you this young lady is a Republican. How do I know this? Because she has their talking points. You sound like parents. You don't sound like you live in the real world. Same way with the Democrats. You parent. You don't live in the real world. The real world says none of this makes any sense without even saying we have to have a cause and an effect. And if you refuse to look at the effect and the cause, then I can't talk to you, ma'am. Oh, I don't even know how I got on that path, but that young lady with love just bothered my spirit. She bothered yours? Let me let her finish real quick. I'm gonna let her cook. Hold on.
People in white neighborhoods. Why are they not in black neighborhoods? Let's talk about that. They have to flee black neighborhoods in order to be safe in white neighborhoods.
You know, that would probably hit a lot harder if we didn't have the Nolan Wales situation right now. Because black people, I wonder what neighborhood you safer in. Because when we are by ourselves and go into their neighborhoods, it is a war zone. It is hunting season. I'm in Georgia. I've been in Georgia for a decade and a half. I've heard of at least 3 cases of mysteriously sister girl hanging out with her Becky's and she fall through a window. What? Why you always the one that end up passing out? Why you the one always end up falling, ma'am? You wanna know why? Because they don't like you. You just making excuses for her, ma'am. I get it. I understand. Let me let her finish. I'm gonna try to let her finish. Hold on.
Let's get the facts straight about what is happening here. The reason why black people are not in black neighborhoods is because your neighborhoods are unsafe. Okay? There's a lot of violence, crime within your neighborhoods, and you guys.
You know what's funny too? Can you realize something? Let's stop, people. My intellectual black people, my family. The people show up here is smart folks. Them folks, not so much. So let's say it this way, smart people. I promise you, I get around this country, but what I don't see and I don't get is that I can't just say that blanket statement about the nation because I ain't been there very well. You sound, ma'am, just like a white tea woman who just says all Negroes are bad. They just violent. Where do you see this violence at, ma'am? Do she not know if they want to use their own statistics, because she love them white tea people so much, if you want to use their own statistics, they said the crime rate in black society is less than 1%. Where the fuck is all this crime at then? How can you have both at the same time? You want to know why you making that excuse? Because you want white daddy to come calling for you. You want to be Candace Owens 2.0. I don't understand you people. Do you not realize every person that coon gets put out to pastor, they gon' get rid of you? Like right now, I'm giving you energy, ma'am. I'm giving you energy. And by me giving you energy, through the roof of this lovely lady with beautiful black woman, lovely lady. She's gonna go through the roof, and when she goes through the roof, what's gonna happen is eventually we're gonna say, this lovely lady doesn't know anything. And we're gonna move on. And then she's gonna still be doing it. She becomes Stacey Dash. Then you know what they do to Stacey Dash? They put you out the pastor. And then you say, hey, black people, I understand you now. Like an Omarosa. And we're gonna say, nah. I think people don't understand. I keep seeing this notion that black people will turn on you. No. The people don't realize this is 2 types of times you get turned on by black folk. One time it is your fault because you the one who turned on them. Give you a class example. When Jay-Z, brother, I understand you may have been working with Target for 2 years to drop that new album. It may have been coming. But when the whole boycott, whether you agree or disagree, you had a large number of niggas that was on board with not doing it. This wouldn't have been the time to go out here and do an exclusive deal with them, especially Mr. Billionaire Boss. Can't you eat this right now? Say, I may want to eat that right now. Do a deal somewhere else, because I'm Hove. No, you just get on the stage and say, fuck you niggas. You people are just, no. I'm going to do it because you hypocrites do it. This is the fan. Well, you obviously don't respect. And see, for me, those are the types of people I don't support. Me personally, I am grateful for the time that people spend with me. I'm grateful for the time and energy, whether it's agree to disagree. But I do not disrespect it like I'm sitting on a high horse. No, we are normal fucking people, all of us. Brother, I understand they picked you. They picked your lady. And when I say I picked you, it could easily be this. Beyonce is talented than a mother. We all know this, right? Do we not think there was somebody that could have potentially been there too? Yes, it could have. But you know what happens is the machine gets behind people. The machine pushes certain people. The machine puts you in certain positions. Because Jay-Z definitely got put in position. Because let's be honest, Jay-Z wasn't that dude. Jay-Z honestly started becoming more that dude. He had a good, nice little run. But so did Ja Rule. So did 50 Cent. So did Kanye West. Everybody had a little run. But I don't know why this whole item up there with Tupac and Biggie, where the f did this come from? Where did y'all putting this? Especially with Tupac. No. Yes, you talking to a Pac fan. No, you can't be up there. You don't move I know people say you move the coast. No, you move niggas in New York. That's what you move. You don't move us. People like, I saw a Memphis Bleak post. Memphis Bleak was up here defending Hova's his condemnation of black folks for calling them hypocrites. And he was like, hey, haven't Jay-Z fed you? No. Jay-Z show you how to do business? No, he didn't. If Jay-Z showed us how to do business, Diddy showed us how to do business. And Diddy was a horrible businessman. For us, not for himself. He obviously was a rich man for himself. What'd you say there? He said Jay-Z will put out a few songs. Yeah. Look, I agree. Jay-Z just put out a few songs. He was a hit. When we got with Beyonce, then things went through the roof. That's how I looked at it. But anyway, moving on. I'm not gonna say and make it about this nigga. I don't know how I got here. But lead into this. We're ready to get into the topic. Let's get into the main topic. Main topic is coming up. Main topic is going to be, what is the main topic? Oh, black men, black women. We're going to watch this little recap of this show, this Jubilee. We're going to do a walkthrough. We're going to have to listen to people's excuses, then I'm going to give you my commentary along the way. I know he married her because that was the way he was going to get put on. You knew this is what it was. He got it. His money went through the roof then. He had to leave them nickels alone. Look, let me say this before I move on. If you ever hear Damon Dad, hate him or love him, you know what nobody ever calls him? A liar. They kids, oh, I don't like him. Oh, he gets him a nerve. All this, but they never call him a liar. It's like with Cat Williams. People mad Cat. Some of them like Cat. They don't never call him a liar. So, I mean, my thing is just like this. Hate him or love him, Jay-Z sound like he turncoat. That's what he did, allegedly. I don't know. That's what it sound like. But anyways, and I'm a stickler for you don't, if you roll with me, you roll with me. So this is how I am. If I'm gonna do business with you, this is how we're gonna do it. I'm gonna tell you like this. You got one shot, we got one shot. If you got a grievances with me, we have an issue or something we need to address, you need to address it with me wholeheartedly. Let's sit down, let's have a conversation. I want to do it like adults. I want to be New Edition. I want to be, if we gonna fight, we can fight. We need to go outside and kick each other in the poo snatch, we can kick each other in the poo snatch. Whatever we need to do, let's do it. But when it's time to go work, we need to be B2K. We need to be New Edition. We need to be out here ready to go to work our issues out later, and we gonna still get to, that's how it needs to be. This whole we gonna crash out for, I don't understand this. This whole we gonna leave people out, I don't understand this. You were broke just like I was broke. You were struggling just like I was struggling. I may not like all the moves that you make, but as long as you don't judge me for mine and I don't judge you for yours, we can roll with it. I will give people this. I give Big Boy and Andre 3000, they love. Obviously, these two men went down two different paths in life. No problem, no issue. They were teenagers when they hit the scene. Of course they were gonna have their own path. But for both of them to never badmouth each other, for both of them to be able to still make a success out of themselves without having to denigrate each other and subject to all this stuff, I applaud them. But these other folks will be like, oh, fuck, I don't like him. This makes no sense to me. You ride with the people who ride with you, and if you can't ride with me, then we don't need to ride. I guess it's something like that. I don't know. Anyway, next thing's up. Stop messing with y'all. Anyway, next thing up. Leading into the main topic about this, like I said, I'm gonna get into it. And it's not about black women. The title is kind of deceiving. I just want to have a conversation about black couples. But this is, right now says, let me see if I can read this. Good Lord, I can't see. All right, it says, searching for polyamory. I can see that. It's in bold red. He says, has surged over 5,000%. Traditional relationships are now questioned. Meaning, well, first and first, the economy is trash. So people is like, look, look, I'm willing to get down. You willing? Let's just make some. I get it. But I want to say this. I think a large portion of this has to do with it's what the conversation we're ready to get into. It is that right now we have been, and I'm trying to go without playing because I want to get into the main side because this is a serious subject. All right, because right now online every day you are seeing, and I watch my daughters. This is what inspired this conversation. Talking to my young 20-some-year-old daughters, I don't like how they mind things. And when it comes to men, and it was like, who the fuck raised you? Because I didn't raise you to think like this. So I don't like how they think about men, and I think it's because I know society has a grip on everybody. They have I'm just talking to black folks, so they have black women thinking that there is no value in black men, especially young ones. I'm not trying to say, and this is not a monolith, so sisters, this is not you, don't be hit, okay? This is not for you. This is for the person it hits. If he's not serviceable, meaning if he doesn't have anything he can bring to the table, because I hate that word too, ladies, I'm with you, then he has no value. If he ain't bringing PP or he ain't bringing, some dollars, he ain't got no value. For women, it has now went from fellas have been kind of conditioned through the internet themselves to now when it comes to women, you are supposed to be submissive, subordinate, handmaidens. I've heard guys get religious, use the Bible, all that good jazz. But they fucking. I don't know how you can do both, but anyway, what I've learned is this. Everything in everybody's relationship is gonna fall somewhere in the gray area. It's not going to be something that everybody it's not a one size fit all. That's first things first. And I'm gonna get into the video in a second, but I just want to say this before that. It's not a one size fit all. You're not going to get every relationship is going to work the same way the next one's going to work. But it's just some core values that I think now when people are dating, they don't even talk about them. Like I watch the dating shows, like the Pop the Balloons and I watch that. That on Wednesday Ritual for me. I watch it. Okay, shoot me. I like it. But them and the Love is Blind, the Love Island thing took over Twitter. Good God. And I see all these things, but I watch how they're creating situations for them to have bad relationships. I use Love Island as an example. For anybody who watched it, the top 4 couples, these are not couples. These people are not gonna be good. They rewarded bad behavior on this show. And they demonize people who did things in a proper manner. That is ass backwards. That's gonna have repercussions for the culture moving forward. Mark my words. Young girls that are watching that, young guys watching that are gonna now start moving in the way that they see them do it on places like Love Island because they're the new hot throb. Remember, actors and actresses are not the superstars no more. It's the content creators. It's the islanders. These are the people. These people leave the show and their social media goes through the roof. These are your stars now. So of course they're gonna jump on these people's back. And these people are idiots. Not to talk about all of them. And I don't mean that to denigrate. I'm just saying. And every season, if you're watching it, you can see where it's progressively getting worse. Every season, it's going down and down and down and down. That's how I see it. But I digress. It is what it is. So let's go get into the video. Everybody with it. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's get it popping. Let's go and get it. So now again, this is a Jubilee. This Jubilee again was basically the title that says I only date white men. But I started watching this. What was it, a day or two ago or something? I was watching this, and this ain't just about black men. This is about black men too. These people, as they talk, because I got through like 5-10 minutes of it. As they talked, I started realizing. Well, we're gonna get there. But this ain't just about black women. I trust me. So I'm gonna play it from the beginning, and we're gonna go from there. Let me back it up.
I've seen so many black women that say they want thugs, they want the gangster type, they feel protected. I've seen men.
Don't pay attention to him. He ain't talking about that. Hold on, guys. Come on, thing. Good Lord. It's coming. It's almost here. Here we go.
I prefer to date outside my race. Step forward if you agree with the prompt.
Just know and I know it's echoing, and it's not gonna echo the whole time, so just stick with me, L. They brought, like, it was 4 women and 4 guys. 2 of the women stepped up with that prompt. So I just want to give y'all a visual.
Realistically, I would definitely want to marry a black man. I know that we've experienced a lot of trauma in our community, and I think that trauma stems back from our colonizers, which have put us against each other, and it makes it difficult for us to come together and be healthy in a relationship, if that makes sense.
For me,
So, but you know what always gets me when a person is aware of that? If you are aware of that, how do you not know there's more people like you that are black that are aware of that? Versus you going and say, you know what, I just prefer dating outside my race. Because at the same time, have we had trauma in our culture, in our family? Yes. Was it ever addressed? No. So she's correct. But when you say you're gonna date outside the race, this is a tall black woman. I can already tell you what she dating, right? And we ain't gonna sit here and play dumb. So dating what she dating, what don't make sense though is this. But if we need to start talking about like character flaws, do we need to even address the people that you're trying to be with? These people, character flaws, makes black men character flaws look like child's play. The only difference, let's just be honest, what it is this. There's more money over there. And I don't want to say this to denigrate all women who do this. I'm saying that it's not for the paper, it's the comfort of the lover. I don't want to struggle with you. I'm with you. If you're not melanated, I don't want you. But that's what she said. I don't want to struggle with you. Because you're not telling me, you're not escaping someone's issues. You're not escaping your struggles. You're not escaping, because you say, I don't want to deal with this. This black man got some struggles. Yeah, he do, but you don't think that dude really got some issues. The violence in their nature is just, that's what you want. I would ask this sister, can she do, because I can do this right now, can she go pull up a video or something showing where there's 70,000 black men who are in a group online having great stories about the violence that they do to their black women? And it's just part of no, ma'am, no, you have Stockholm syndrome or something. I love TikTok Shop, I do. Anyways, let me keep going. I'm gonna keep going.
personally, growing up mixed, just because I did grow up more so with my mom on the white side of my family, just when it came to dating experiences with black men, if anything, they would always tell me, oh, you're really white, or just really racial comments about how I'm mixed that makes me uncomfortable. Like, at the end of the day, I'm black. Right. I understand that I grew up predominantly on the white side of my family, but people don't see me on the street and think that's a white woman. Like,
right. They're gonna look at you as a black woman.
Yeah, I'm a black woman.
And you're gonna go through the experiences that a black woman go through.
Yes, versus always bringing up that I have a white mama or I act a certain way because I grew up white. It's just, I'm me. I grew up how I grew up. And so if I am gonna be in a relationship with a black man, I would like him to just not bring that up. But in my experience, that's been a constant.
Okay, now, I'm gonna say this too. Don't stereotype young lady. Because a lot of times we genuinely tend to do this, and I don't want to stereotype her back. What I don't want her to do though, don't project your personal one or two experiences as being this is the certain behavior of all men. Because for example, for myself, I'm the type of man, if you're dating me, if I'm with you, it's like this. If you hit me with, yo, that's just a hard no for me, then it's a hard no for you. Well, we don't need to step on that toe no more. I would never do that. See, for me, that's respecting your boundaries. If you get with men and they're not respecting your boundaries, you may need to check the type of people you attracted. Because that's not a good excuse to say, yeah, you know, that's it. I get it. You biracial. This is what I don't think people understand. When you are a biracial, I'm trying to use my word nice because we own the TikTok. When you are a biracial, blame your parents for messing your existence up, for one. And what I mean is this. When you lay down, this is being responsible. I'm old nickel now. I'm old. This ain't the young me talking, this is the old me. You have to, for one, value your body as a man too. And when you value your body, I have to also say, who do I want to procreate with? Because when I do, what kind of world am I going to create for this child? Now, when you're young, you don't think about that. You sticking and moving. That's all I did, right? But now, if I was ever have a kid, oh God, no. I'm not, oh God, no, it's not doing that. But if I was to do that again, my whole thing would be this. I cannot, no ma'am, I can't put this there, because if I put this there, there's a potential you gonna get one of them, and then my child confused, and they gonna go through the shit this child going through. I don't want that. Because one thing I always get with these people, they always do this, is that I always notice that they always are very selective. Because they always they tell you, the niggas always call me biracial and I had a white mama. I get it. Again, I always say this about people when they use these excuses as adults. And I say these are excuses because welcome to the world that these folks have created for all of us. Me, I had big ears. It was big ears. With you, it may have been a little bit extra weight. You may have been underweight. You may have been running Africa and they called you a booty scratch. We all called it. You caught it because you got a white mama. It just is what it is. Guess what we did? We grew up, we became adults. Ain't no adult walking around here. Yeah, you get out here because you got a white mama. Nobody's talking to you that way. And if they are, what environment are you in? No, what this is this. Look, how do you look your own and people in the face since you saying you a black woman? How you looking niggas in the face saying I'm a black woman, but then turn around and say, but I don't want you? You know I'm gonna use context clues, because that's what I do with people, because people lie. And I'm not saying she lying, but I'm gonna use context clues. How you gonna say in one breath? People are always talking about you and your mama being white, this, that, and the third, but at the same time, you do, I'm just a black woman, this, that. That tells me you ain't carrying yourself like a black woman. That tells me when they make that statement to you about you acting like a Karen right now. You acting like your mama. Oh God, you keep bringing it up. I'm a sister, then act like one. That's, I understand. I know what kids do. When you have a white T parent and you act like them and you black, yes, you gonna catch it. When the black guy, because let's keep going, because he's gonna do it too. Hold on, let it ride.
Conversation topic.
Can the disagreeers step forward now?
My mom, she was adopted by a white family, man. She's also half white. Yep. And my parents were divorced after a while, and so I spent a lot of time with her, and we did things that were white, like I was in Boy Scouts, and we camped, and we did all these different things that just weren't quote unquote black. I was reminded that I talked like a white boy all the time.
Mm-hmm. Again, welcome your white talking ass to the hood. This is what everybody's gonna get. Look, you know what it is? I want to have a bad behavior, and I want to hold this as my excuse. You are an adult. You speak with good diction. You don't wear it. People know the difference. When we are adults, yes, he talks a little bit more proper than he does. This is what I hate to tell people who talk proper. People who talk like white folks, as y'all say. It ain't the tones of your voice, it's the actions behind what you say and how you move. So to him, it ain't the fact that you went to Boy Scout. Nigga, I was in Cub Scout. What that mean? My dad, my mama wanted me to have some survival skills. So what that mean? We niggas don't know. Don't stereotype yourself. Say this. I played lacrosse and I wanted to be with Bob and I wanted to be I was with Becky at prom. I guarantee, let's see your prom picture. You cannot exhibit the behavior and then get mad. I had people that I knew like this. I don't want to call names. I don't know who listens. But I knew people that I went to school with, went to church with, play all around. All they wanted to do was date outside the race. They didn't like nothing. They was themselves. I've seen it. So when you hear about what they had today, I said, oh, they would have one of them folks, ain't they? Yep, I knew it. Why? 'Cause that's all they wanted. But it was everything about them exhibited that same behavior. Don't talk about, man, y'all question my blackness. No, brother, we question, are you black enough? And the reason why you get questioned for that, it ain't your tones, it's your actions. Again, blackness is not something that jumps on you. It is a learned behavior. Yes, it has to be an essence, a part of you. You have to grow in, you have to be a part of you, yes. But you have to be a part of the culture, feel your culture to do that. If you are raised, like you both said, predominantly by them, no, you're gonna have a disconnect to the community. The same way, if I had to live and work with white people versus when I'm at home with the people in my family, I ain't the same nigga. You know what I'm saying. So I don't get this whole delusion. You want to hold these so you can, this is what it is. I get it. But grow the fuck up at this point. Just say, I like being with them. I don't like myself. That's the time you may have to question, do you like yourself? Because what I don't see is people, they see flaws all in our culture, but everybody wants to experience our culture. Even them, they want to fall in and out. That girl wants to fall in and out of this culture. And she wants to do it unscathed. No, bitch, no, you black, especially if you're Black American, you're not gonna go unscathed, okay? Let me just go on this. Let's just say it. Hate it or love it, good or bad, wrong or right. The dozens is a rites of passage in Black society. You are going to experience it, and every one of us experiences it, and you're just gonna have to take it and understand it's part of it. But when you become an adult, you're not sitting around dogging each other, calling each other names. This is not what we do. Anyway, let me keep going.
And those sort of things, they can add strain. Is that me saying I wouldn't date a Black girl? Of course not. Like, of course I try to. I date anybody, but I just think in practice, for whatever reason, circumstantially, it doesn't always happen all the time.
I grew up in a very white area as well, but I found that when I started dating, even though it was only white girls surrounding me, they didn't understand my identity. So I was just gonna ask, like, have you found that even though you were in those white situations, did you feel understood by the white women you were dating? Or misunderstood?
Define understood, I guess. I don't.
Are there things that you would express, maybe?
Hell, that motherfucker know what he mean by understood. Look, I'm gonna tell you what he understood. I know what he meant. I can tell you for me, young boy didn't know nothing about nothing, know nothing. I'm a colorblind little boy too. I ain't felt the effects of life. Remember going to school with these kids. I classed them. I can name names. I think I remember this little girl. What was that little girl? The little girl this had to be like kindergarten, first grade or something. Some little white T-girl named, was it Jennifer or Amanda or some shit like that. It was one of them names, right? And like this little girl, oh God, her hands touched one day. Boy, I was so excited. That was like one of my first little crushes out here, right? I remember that whole nine. But do you know what happened when we sat beside each other in class? I was like, who is this little alien? Didn't know nothing about her. She was saying shit, I didn't know what she was talking about. I was saying things, she's what is old? She said, what? She was like, what are syrup sandwiches? I'm just joking. I said, what's porridge? So we knew back then, I was like, nah, these ain't my people. So when people say this thing like, oh, did you understand? You know what he means. He knows when you walk beside one, you feel uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable when I'm around too many of them. Like, honestly, like I get class them. You know how people be like, ooh, it's too many niggas. Ooh, I relax. Now, don't get me wrong. If I'm going around somebody's hood and you can feel you in the hood, yeah, you watch yourself. You do. But if I'm in if I'm on an HBCU, nigga, I'm comfortable. This niggas everywhere. What are you talking about? Why am I stressing? You go on my kids went to PWI, so every time you're on the campus, and that, oh my God, my youngest daughter went to a massive one, right? So I'm ready to fight all the time because I'm uncomfortable, man. It's just, I don't know why these people comfortable. Anyway.
Maybe like politically or identity-wise that they might be like, I don't really understand that.
I think it's hard for other races to completely understand.
You said, who am I fighting with? You said, what if a race war break out, who am I fighting with? I'm with black folks. What are you with? Who you with? I'm with my own people. I'm always around my people. Look, I will always tell people, I'm forever and always forever 1000% a black man first. Have to be. Everybody else ride with their culture, baby. Everybody else try to convince black folks to look at myself. Like you said, I get it. You know why people hate that word generic? I know y'all hate when we say I'm not a generic African, but it's only because there's no place called Africa. There is no home called Africa. All these people have tribes. You trying to take my tribe from me and give me nothing. Now, how about if I say it that way to people? Maybe you'll get it then. Okay, we black Americans, because we built this. Even if you took the most simplistic way of looking at it, don't look at who's indigenous to the soil, who is the oldest DNA bones, don't go none of that. This country was established in 1776. 1776, who was the niggas on this soil? Us. That means that you are the foundation of the United States of America, which is currently the government we are living under, who is you are asking reparations from. That is your tribe. Being that is your tribe, I can't just go be generic somewhere else that ain't got no place to go. I'm not gonna be a wanderer. Not. I don't even know how I got in the goddamn pad with y'all. But anyway, let me come back.
Understand what it's like being black and that experience. That's not to say that they can't be empathetic and sympathetic and understand and listen to you and learn things. But fundamentally, I just think a black woman is going to have a different perspective.
So I'm from St. Louis. I'm not from California. I'm not from LA. So I'm from a predominantly black area. And so growing up, there was only one white person in my class. And so I've only been exposed to our community. And to both of you all's points, my mom is black, my dad is black, my family is predominantly black. So I've been around the black man my entire life. I have so much respect for the black man to where hearing a prompt say, I prefer to date outside my race, it kind of makes me think now, because I've never been exposed truly to the opposite end in such a depth way to where I can look at another man from a different race and say, I wouldn't want to date you over a black man when I have had solely my experiences with them, good and bad. So whether...
You know what? Can I speak to something she's saying that it bothers me? Because we both do this, male and female do this. We will bypass our own lived experiences for what television feeds us on a constant daily basis. What do I mean? The fact that black women are angry all the time, that's a TV thing. Because in our personal lives, all we talk about is the lady that my grandmama hugged on me, my mama hugged on me, and she hugged on me all the time. Now, this is not everybody's experience, but you hear it all the time in personal life. For them to act like on TV, we can't never give that to you. That doesn't make sense. For this young lady to make this statement right here, for them to tell you out their mouths in paperwork that black men are the most involved men in their children's lives, then why are you allowed to perpetuate, excuse me, that was too many P's, pause. Why are you allowed to perpetuate the stereotype that black men don't like their kids? Because mind you, what happens is, look, let's just be honest. No, let's get to it. Cause I gotta say something. This is gonna be a little off topic, but it's on time. Stop acting like with these men, they don't want families and they don't want their kids and they don't want to be with the women. No. Let's go to the issue of what the problem is. Let's take the baby mama, baby daddy issue. Child support is a problem because just like your light bill, just like your water bill, just like your student loan, just like your car payment, that motherfucker never stops. She's coming whether you working or not. The only difference between student loan debt and child support is that student loan debt a lot of times may mess your credit up, but that's about it. Child support may have a loan chasing you down. You may not be able to go somewhere. You may not be able to drive something. All this is a problem. Now, mind you, all this is an issue. Now, people are not going deeper. Let's go deeper today. I know all the problems. He don't want to pay. He don't want to be in this life. She's a horrible baby mama. She using the kid against me. I know all of these, I ain't gonna say excuses. I know all of the effects of what that problem does. I get it. But let's go deeper. The crux of it all is economics. I'm going to make a law. I'm going to put parameters around it. If this and happen, this happen, that happen, this happens, and then throw it to the world. To the unsuspecting eye, you don't realize this shit has been psychologically based around a subject, the black male. And they said, reason why we're going to use this model against him is because if we use this, if economics becomes a problem, there's so many layers to this, it's gonna cause such a big rift between it all. He's gonna have his grievances, she's gonna have her grievances, he's gonna hold true to his grievances, she's gonna hold true to hers, and the child suffers, and here comes all the dysfunction. Shit, I can't talk. It's literally, I watch it every day. I've watched my people, my own generation go through it. I watched the generation before me go through it. I watch the generation now go through it. They're literally using these things to destroy us. I love TikTok shop. You're right, Natural. I'm sorry, too hyped up. But I don't think people understand. It's a tool. And I think when I hate about it is this. I'm not asking people to do anything. What I'm saying is this. Do you realize, okay, let's go a little bit deeper. Think about the whole, what's her name? Goddamn, what's the spin that? What's the chick name? The city girl, the 304 chick. The 304 chick and NDRE, when they going back and forth, right? And then you seeing people like Luke, who are grown men who say they care about politics, say they care about black people. He said this last couple of years, he's been preaching this. But now he's telling NDRE to sit her old jealous butt down because she needs to let spin that be a thing. Then you got Lil Duval saying things like, hey, without that, the world's gonna be boring. You're saying all the things that is creating this situation that is effing you up, and you don't even realize it. All of these times when you are trying to push it, all these things are going to do is make your children stupid. I get it now. You know your parents say don't watch certain things, don't look at certain things. If you do, you can't stop it. You just got to explain to your children why it is the way it is. Children are not dumb. This is where parents mess up. Do not hide. Do not tell them the Lord says no and they're going to go to hell. Forget all that. No. Tell them why. Show them the pain of what young dads. Show your young son who's getting into this teenage thing, little things, stand up for the ladies. Don't say the Lord say put it up, son, and no. Show the nigga the pain that comes from this. When you were sitting behind child support for 20, 30, 40 years. I watched the uncle of mine. Had to run them folks in his 60s. He had his daughters in her 40s. Anyways, I don't got all off subject. My bad. I love TikTok shop. My bad. Anyway, we're gonna come back. No, what we're gonna do? We're gonna come back and do a whole episode about that. Matter of fact, let's just do that. Let's just do a whole episode, because what it is, you know what I'm tired of? When it comes to, and the reason why I said let's do a whole child support, what it does, how it does it, because what people don't realize is this. All this is, and I'll finish and say this about that whole thing, because I understand it. She needs assistance. He has resentment because he knows that if he can't pay it, that he can go to jail. And don't let him go to jail. Oh God, can you imagine the resentment this nigga got when he come out? And now she's thinking, but good for him. He didn't want to take care of him. But then you got, well, anyway, I hold it because it's gonna send me down a whole nother path. I don't want to go down that path. Let's go there. Let's go back. Let's get back on top.
I had that bad experience, it doesn't make me say, okay, I don't think I want to date black men anymore. I want to go and date a white man. They're going to treat me better. I feel like as a man, you all should be treated as a species in itself. And
Thank you,
you all have very intense ways of thinking. And I feel
go both ways.
Yeah. True. So I don't think that it has too much to do with race in itself. We have to take a deeper dive into men.
Do you think sometimes that women or black women, since we're talking to black women, can sort of superimpose what they believe a black man should be?
Sure.
Now, see, when a good point is brought up, I'm over here hitting things. A good point is brought up. I'll say it this way. I think we do too much of that now. What we are doing too much of in the society is creating what we want. Men are creating, I want this bitch to be this and this and this and this and this and this. And when she fits that role, then great. And then with women, she's saying, if he ain't a thug that can wear a suit, that can sell dope, but also be a politician, have stock with Bitcoin, but also strategic. It just, you know the guy. Ghost, power. There you have Jamie St. Patrick. That's what we looking for. So I know we out here doing it, but what we're not doing is just saying this. Men act this way, goddamn. This is what it is. Either you like men or you don't. Women act this way. And what I mean is this. Men are going to do things that you don't like. But do you like him enough to say, I take his bad with his good? I can speak from a male's perspective. Women are the most emotional things on the planet Earth. And if you got one in your life, whether you got children or woman or mama or whatever it is, if you got all of them, good Lord, brother, I know you are stressed. If you have a great relationship with your mama, got a grandmama, a good relationship, you got daughters and a woman, and baby mama too. If you got all these women in your life and you would do you know all the emotions that this brother has to take on? But if you like women, you're gonna have to learn that this is just part of it. Now, You have to also learn how to deal with women when it comes to their emotions. Also, you have to set your boundaries, let them know what you ain't gonna take and what you is gonna take at the same time. You can do all those things, but you still have to understand her emotions are gonna come into play. Her emotions sometimes gonna cloud her judgment to the point you go, oh, back up. This is her hat right now. She can't think straight because she's emotional. You're gonna have to deal with it. Women, with men. You're gonna have to understand that certain aspects of this nigga, he ain't gonna never do. I know you want him to lay out roses. I know you want it. I know you want him to be ready with bubble baths. I know you want it. I know you do. I know you want to go barefoot on the beach in Sandro Pay. You want him to say, when you come home from work, bitch, what you going to work for? Quit. It's over. Matter of fact, get your purse together. We ready to hit the runway. We gonna be out. We going to Paris. I ain't got no clothes. Don't worry, I'll buy you some on the way. I know you all want it. You do, but look, that's not realistic for one. Let's just be honest. And two, even if it is, you gonna have to help him build that shit. He ain't gonna build it without you. The system's not designed that way. Do y'all realize that even with the white team man, he's not even getting it like that? Let me say this to women. Do y'all realize for y'all saying that men, you want him to be ready-made, and already put it? White men are not even like that. White men, when they get with their women, they still building. And if a lot of times if they have it before they get a woman, it's just an inheritance or they coming from family with money. But white men are not out here single guys. I'm single and I'm out here I've built a fortune for myself and now I'm letting her move on into that shit ain't happening. Nobody's doing that. What economy you live in? Look, let me just say this. The average white teen person is an NPC. Let me stop. I said I wasn't going to do that. Let me say this. The average white teen person, sometimes in this world, I'm trying to choose my words nicely. Sometimes they look, they don't care nothing about them either. They are buffers in between us and them up there. They use the everyday white man to just keep us from them. And while doing so, they get hit with collateral damage all day long. Remember, they said Americans are going to be permanent renters by 2030, and you're going to love it. They didn't say black Americans. That means all of us. That means they come for all of us, but somehow, some way, they're going to blame the niggas. But they going to come for all of us. And it's going to happen. Anyways, I digress. Let me keep it.
Yeah, like I said.
Wait a minute. I appreciate you guys for coming on here too. I appreciate you. Love you for showing up again. Man, hit the like button. Share the live. If you ain't following the channel, you might as well go and do it now. Because if you don't, naturally, like I say every day, they never gonna show it to them again, is it? I know they don't give y'all them notifications like that. But anyways, yes, share the live, hit the like button. I appreciate you guys.
I have to say sure, but I think it honestly just depends. I think this will totally get off topic if you really want me to dive deeper into it. Truthfully, because I know that as a black woman, you can see there's black men who are excelling. There's black men who treat their women right. There's black men who honor and respect black women. And then you have black men who, although you all didn't step forward, would say, I don't want a black woman. I watched my mom struggle. I don't like black hair. I don't like black women's.
And let me say that too. I'm an equal opportunity giver. Them little niggas that be running right here, I'm Becky. I love Becky. Something's wrong with you. I'm gonna tell you how I know it's something psychological wrong with people who actively seek out someone from another race. Because let me say this. This is for people who say I'm a hateful, because I'm not. I am not a hateful person. I do not wish any ill will on any person. I can say like this, anybody but me can love whoever they freely want. If a black woman finds a Todd, and Todd loves this black woman, and if Jerome finds him an April, what's another white name? Jenny, he finds a Jenny. Jerome and Jenny, if they get together and she truly loves him, and he loves her, and it's just about her, and this brother got a track record, nothing else but Bonquishas and Latoyas. If he got a bunch of them, then I have no problem with what it is. They genuinely care for one another. You cannot tell someone they can't love who they want. I'm not that dude. Mine is. When the bitch goes sits down in the chair and she says, I'm picking them, solely them and only them, and I'm not looking over here, then you have something wrong with you. I would say to anyone, and this goes both ways, It is not a flex to me when I see Becky come in with her crochet braids because she thinks she hang with Tamika and them. You know, so she hang with Tamika and Keisha with the crochet braids. She hang with them, so she got her crochet. Now she thinks she gonna come to. I don't want you turncoat. Why you ain't acting like your own culture? You can come sit in group and act like yourself. You do not have to come in here and culture appropriate who the fuck we is just because you're a part of it. Now, I get it. If you raised in a certain manner, if you was born there, that's different. If you're born there, it's a different. If you're born, all you know, like again, if a kitty cat raised by bears, I'm expecting a nigga to act like a bear. But if the kitty cat was raised by kitty cats, but he moved in next to the bears and now he liked the bear culture, so he wants to be a bear. No, nigga, you can't. It's just how we do it. That's how I look at it. But this whole thing about this, they make black folks sound like they hateful because they want, no, I want my children to look like me. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, tell y'all something. I hope my daughters don't be listening. Ooh, I hope she ain't listening. Y'all better know I like y'all, cause I'm ready to tell you some things. I don't tell you personal business, but I'm ready to tell you some personal business. My daughter, one of them, she has had a relationship with one of them folks before. And to me, of course, it was hard for me. I appreciate it. Heart you. Hit the like button, share the live. I love my daughter, and so I had to learn. But oh God, I'm done. Okay, no, I'm not gonna tell her business. But anyway, my whole thing is like this. I am not opposed to individuals who do things. Situation, class example, now leave it alone. If you work a job and you and Becky next to each other, y'all work together every month, and 6 months down the road, you say, man, I kind of like this bitch. She said, you too, we laugh together. We just have a good time. That's different. You had a reason. Thank you, Naturally. Put it out there for everybody. I love TikTok shop. That's a different. What's happening with that, that's not happening. The guy that I was talking about that I grew up with, this nigga chose all the Beckys. He's not gonna talk to anyone else. I think he talked to one black girl. I think I talked to her one day and he was like, oh God, I can't do it. It was almost like, he was homosexual, he was trying it out. Anyway, let me move on. I'll get myself in trouble.
Attitude. I don't like how they speak. I don't like how they don't respect men. I don't like the fact that they are not subservient enough for me.
Yeah.
So I do believe that we're on the totem pole. We want.
Is that a problem?
Which one?
The black man that doesn't like any of the things that you just mentioned.
It's not a problem. I think it's a preference thing. I think that we've been dating the wrong people. You see that this woman is very loud and strong-willed. You know that you don't like that. Don't date her.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree. Because I come from a similar background with you two. I grew up in Memphis, but I'm from Chicago. And most women down there, most women in the South generally are masculine.
Really?
A little too rough on the guy,
Whoa. See, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Like, do you know, like, classic example, when that man, about a month or two ago, unalived his whole family, y'all know what I'm talking about. I love TikTok shop. I love it. More than anything. When I'm having this subject, I love it. But I love it when he did that, and they went on this campaign, and they started saying, oh, black men are attacking their women. They are just, whoa, black women, your man's a threat right now. He's scared. And I was like, what in the world? How we all become, victim? How we become perpetrators all of a sudden because this one man caused that? I'm not going to denigrate all of Memphis ladies. What is he, why do you, my thing is just like this, classic. This is what men and women both need to understand. Mother, set a boundary and then let it out to the world. Your energy will bring back what the fuck you asked for. If you got masculine bitches, you must be putting off some energy to make them bitches come to you. Do it to myself, because I want to cuss. What I want people to know is like, yes, the line of work I'm in, I come in contact with a lot of women, right? I've seen loud ones, I've seen quiet ones, I've seen funny ones, I've seen angry ones, I've seen crazy ones. You say, whoop, just keep this shit quick and simple. This woman's crazy. I've seen them all. But if I prejudge all of them based upon that crazy wench, then how How am I looking at all of them the same way? Now, have I met multiple crazy women? Yes. That's how I knew she was crazy, because I've met other ones that were crazy. I said, oh, she's crazy just like the mother. You remember that girl? That's what you do. But see, what I don't like what the internet does, the internet keeps trying to make it sound like what happens is this. If you're going to have a critique or a criticism, it needs to be followed up neither one with love or two, criticism on the other side. And I'm gonna tell you why. Unless the topic is for a specific reason. And the reason can't always be, them bitches is crazy. The reason can't always be, niggas ain't shit. Because how is that productive? I can promise you this. Because I used to get mad at little girl Trinity on Love Island because she was like, Mama, I'm gonna do this dumb. I can promise you this as a man. If I hear you say this, we ain't having no more conversations at all. So I'm gonna need you to speak. Class example, if you're gonna get online, hey, I'll give you an example. Dr. Umar. Dr. Umar, I see recently, I know not dogging Dr. Umar, I'm not here dogging him, saying, but he was protecting that Dr. Cheyenne, Dr. Cheyenne, let's just call, I've got a last name. Because he too went through the same criticism about their degrees in the third. Newsflash, black folks don't care nothing about your degrees. Cheyenne catching heat because she giving bad information and the bitch ain't got no degree. That's what she catching heat for. People, black folks don't care if you, black folks didn't care that Dr. Sabian had a degree or not, Dr. Africa had a degree or not, we didn't care. Your track record speaks for itself. I think what I'm tired of in this world, side note, is just this is what I'm tired of. I don't know about you guys. I'm tired of getting online, hearing a situation, hearing a narrative, and then it becoming true because we breathing life into this shit. None of this is real. Again, I have most of the men that I respect, I don't respect them because they got some white man degree. That man's a liar. Newsflash, I promise you, just because Harvard is Harvard has access to everything, yes. But you do know if Tuskegee, if they had the same access, the same funding, they're gonna produce higher, and Harvard knows it. That's why they take the funds from Tuskegee. I just don't understand. I think people in this world, we have gotten so to the point we want to just make somebody the boogeyman and I'm the victim. No, this is what it is. You know the easiest way to keep black folks from getting what they do? You know the easiest way to let black folks sound like they crazy even though you was openly attacking them today, yesterday, the day before, is to make it seem like everybody going through something. And I'm not saying you don't have situations, but what you don't need to do is when I'm struggling with something, bitch, don't come to my house telling me about your problem. I got my own. Folks want to get into your space. You know, the Mexicans, nigga, deal with it. I ain't got no more energy for yours. You see, I got to do a whole episode about black men, black women. Like, we just can't say, I like you. You like me, I like you too. Oh, you hungry? I'm hungry too. Let me make sure she hungry. Let me see if she eat. Oh, let me see he hungry. Let me see he eat. Oh shit, this job just offered her $80,000 more than him. Oh, he's less value now. How the fuck that happened? She just changed the income. It's the same nigga when you ain't had nothing. When the $50,000 that he was making and the 30 you was making, and y'all was both putting it together, y'all said we got by another month because these bitches make us pay something every month. Oh God, I can't stop cussing. I can't stop cussing. We got by. We just did it every month. But when your income goes over 100,000, just remember he's the same nigga that was there before. I don't understand it. We are allowing people online who are literally like robots tell you stuff that don't make no sense. People who came from healthy black families. I'll give you an example. My family may not have been the best. My family may not have been the worst. We had a together family, mama and daddy, to the day my daddy left. I was raised in one of them houses. We had flaws, we had great parts. We had good times, we had bad times. We had financial struggles like the rest of them. I watched both of them go through it. Never at one time did my daddy not give my mama something that she needed and vice versa when we were struggling. It's just the way you do it. But when you hear people get online and want to, oh, that nigga just needs to do better. Baby girl, why are you acting like black men as a culture just said, we done? That's my issue. We act like we just all quitting. Black women just say, man, I ain't doing none of that no more. Black men say, I ain't doing none of that no more. Somebody is making you not do it. I look at it like this. If I'm your man, I care what your day is like. I care what you got to say. I care what you feel like. If I walk past the thermostat and I know you like it at 72 and it's 74 and I ain't gonna have to worry about it, I'ma turn it to 72. That's how much I'm thinking about you. I know that sounds simplistic, but that's what love is. This whole, could he pay for this? Bitch, when you're on the trip, when you're looking at the sun, when you're in Bali on the swing, does it matter if it came out of your account or his account when y'all both in the same fucking house? It don't make no sense. It don't. It doesn't. You cannot give me an excuse. Well, it just shows that he's not masculine. No, has nothing to do with masculinity when you don't control the workforce. We have heard about our granddaddies. Why we don't have our granddaddy? Granddaddy was tough as goddamn nails and he still didn't have no money. James Evans was broke. But he was the most masculine man in the world. Now all of a sudden that nigga ain't nothing. I don't understand. They always, man, the women submissive, then the thing. You know who the mouthiest motherfucker in the world in my family was? Was my grandmama. Where is this submissive woman at? You know when the submission comes in at, brothers, let's stop playing. Remember, Big Mama's Big Mama, so she got an attitude. And she got an attitude at old, she had an attitude when she was young. Stop playing. No, the submission comes in when you get her in that room. You make her submit. She said, yes, now I'm gonna go cook them tacos. But she ain't gonna be submitting all in the store. Now, if you have a dainty nice woman, I promise you, I like that too, bro. That's just not all the women, and she can't be the only one that gets a man. I don't understand. Don't make no sense. Hit the like button, share the like. But for some reason, the internet, all of a sudden about 5 years ago, women's supposed to be in the kitchen and shutting the fuck up. Oh, excuse me, I did it again. Whoops. Put myself down. Somehow that happened. And the fellas, somehow, some way, fellas, when your Honda Accord wasn't good enough no more. I remember when it was cool. Remember before. Remember, you were struggling if you had a Honda Civic, all right? But if you had a Honda Accord, oh, this nigga killing it. Now, don't really make no difference. Nigga, you got a Benz? No, it is. Anyway, let me keep going. I'm sorry, guys. Lost myself. No, let me go.
In the South, can you explain like just masculine? Like I just want to know like specifically kind of what you mean.
Like instead of saying like nice hi, they're like what's up? What's up, my guy?
Okay. Okay.
It just seemed a little more. It makes sense because it's a little more dangerous. So it's like their defense, you know. Based on the prompt, like I disagreed because I don't date based off race. I date based off who I attract, and I generally attract women outside of black women because of my characteristics, the way I live.
I prefer black.
Y'all, hold on. Just for y'all, just for a minute. Hold on, y'all wait. I'm gonna show y'all on the screen. I got to show you. Hold on. Let me show you what his characteristics look like. You tell me what the fuck is he supposed to be attracted. Hold on. I got to do it. Hold on. I don't like to be disparaging, but let's do this. Let me see if I got it. Boop, is it up here? God damn it, it ain't up here. God damn it. All right, I lost it. I can't even show you guys, but trust and believe me, he is out here seeking. He is not being found. Okay? Let me say this to people who say, you are attracting what you want. That is how it works. You ever heard the saying, if you believe it's so, it's so. If you don't believe you can't, you can't. It's true. It's true shit. If you don't say, I can't do that, you ain't gonna be able to do it. If I can do that, you're gonna at least get close. Even if it's some ungodly shit, you're gonna get closer than you would. I can tell you that. So, what I don't get is, I don't understand why this young man, well, I do understand why he's saying that. For some reason, let me say it this way. I think we all think that when a person is like self-hating, they think the person knows that they're self-hating. No. Most of the time, the person who is self-hating, the way they little mentals are set up and the experiences they had, they really believe what they're thinking. And they think we're crazy. So like when he says, I just attract other women. No, you think that and you want us to believe that, but that's not true. You're attracting what you want. That's all you're doing. And something inside of you don't see value in your own, because I'm gonna tell you why I say that. The first common law of life or anything else, let's say it even better. Can someone raise your hand, and please raise your hand if this is true. No one's gonna raise their hand. Other than love and getting your God heart broken, can someone tell me a pain that matches that pain? Can someone tell me the pain of someone you want, can't have, and can't get your hands on, but you feel like you can't breathe until you have them? Have you felt that? I felt it. That pain right there, you know that pain, the level of pain, you know it. So, what I want people to know is this: if I'm going, and then let me say it this way, because if I'm gonna feel that level of pain, I'm gonna need it to look like somebody who looks like me. Anyway, let me start.
Black women. I attract a lot of black women, but I'm open to dating all types of women. I have even in the past. But when I do date black women, I definitely date a specific type of black women, not the representation that we have on the East Coast. That statue. Are you guys familiar with that by any chance? I find
I was in New York.
Yeah, is it New York?
I think so, in Times Square of the black lady.
I don't date, I mean, everyone knows that black woman. I find it that they can be very, it's almost like they try to be the man in the relationship. And there can only be one man in the relationship. And you know, when it comes to relationships.
Okay, let me peep. One thing I'm gonna tell you, you know they saying this statistic that men right now, majority of the ladies is giving that ass up to like a handful of selective men. And it's because their brothers like this that just don't understand it. That's not what's going on. Let him say it again. Let him say it again. Let him back it up so he can say it again. Let him say it again. Back it up.
Everyone knows that black woman. I find it that they can be very, it's almost like they try to be the man in the relationship. And there can only be one man in the relationship. And
does he not know black women are all know-it-alls? Your mama was a know-it-all. Your grandma was a know-it-all. Your great-grandma was a know-it-all. How many of them had to, you hear your mama yelling at your daddy, don't do that. And he said, baby, sit down. Because she knows it all. This whole notion that these are what women's supposed to be like, I don't know where you getting it from. Them white women, what I don't get what brothers is this. Can I say this before I get back into that? Someone put a pin in what I just said there and remind me, because I'm going to forget, but I have to say this. All of them, every black man that loses his wealth, have one of them ladies is his lady. Why? It's like, why don't you say it to yourself? No, not gonna do that. No, not gonna do. No, you keep getting with him. It makes no sense. This brother right now is making stuff up about black women. Oh, you just, they're very masculine. No, every woman's gonna know it all. You just can't check her. What did Jill Scott say? If you can't check me, you can't check me. Now, I do not believe a man should have to go that far to go through all that. Your common fucking sense should kick in as a woman. I agree. Only time I'm giving a woman a pass on common sense is when something highly emotional is happening. Highly emotional does not mean she's just, today she ain't feeling it, so no, I'm not saying that. Highly emotional means the level of emotion she has matches whatever the fuck is going on. At that moment, all bets is off. I ain't nothing she says, does, moves, or does in this moment I'm paying any attention to. None of it makes sense because I don't even think she's there anymore right now. You gotta let her get out of it. That's what most men don't understand. But outside of that, I like a woman who thinks with her fucking mind. If she's a woman who's irrationally thinking, 9 times out of 10, she's lived a spoiled existence. A spoiled person, whether you're a male or female, don't have a sense of rationale, have a really high level of selfishness that they both go through. I see it all the time. These are cues that you go by for. If you see that this person is selfish in any way, get the fuck away from them. You may not be the target today, but it's gonna become the target. This is male and female. I've seen them both. The unaccountable person. If this motherfucker come home from work and every day someone else did something to hurt them, and they always getting hurt, 9 times out of 10, they doing something to cause the hurt. It's just certain cues that you can easily avoid that makes it like my existence of women don't feel like this. When I meet women, I don't get these versions of women. They're very aggressive and masculine. I don't get under that. Why are you getting all these masculine phrases? What are you projecting out? I give you an example. Everyone was running around here parading Terry Crews. Oh, Terry Crews, congratulations for telling you let that man grab up on you like that. I was assaulted by a little dude. You supposed to knock them out. Look, Terry Crews don't understand. The rules does not change for you because you're an entertainer. The rules does not change because your livelihood is on the line. It don't. Let me show you what I mean. If I'm walking with my lady and 5 niggas walk up and one of them disrespect, touch in a nasty way or angry way, whatever it is, but if he disrespects her and all 5 of them say, if you say something, we're gonna do something. I have to know at that moment, and I have to look my woman in the eye and say, I'm just gonna have to take this ass whooping today. It's gonna have to happen. You can't avoid it. You gonna have to do it. Now, I know you thinking to yourself, but I'm scared. Don't matter. You got to do it. The rules is, if you don't do it, you don't have a woman anymore. I know that, she's wrong for that. No, that's her nature. That's when the nature kick in. She can't help it. If she don't mind you taking that ass whooping, she will nurse you back to health. But if she's a good woman. But if you don't take that ass whooping, she ain't protected no more. It is the same thing for them. It's the same thing for Terry Crews. Terry Crews, I get it. This dude is powerful. This dude runs the business. This dude is doing stuff to you that if you say something, he's gonna ruin your career. It's over. This is over. If you want your relationship, it is over. And I don't think some people understand that. He wants you to excuse it. I hate to tell men, that's what's wrong. It's not just the women, it's both of y'all. Anyways.
You know, when it comes to relationships, the man is always going to take the path of least resistance. And so, yeah, I usually date black women, but it wouldn't be that particular kind.
When you say that particular kind, because that was just a statue, can you go?
Well, but it's a representation, right? It's a even.
It was just like we have an image here, and this is the image, and you look at it. You don't know this woman. You've never had a conversation with this woman. You
See, I would say that I do know that woman.
From the looks of her.
Yeah, I would say that I know exactly.
Are we saying because? Let's go into it.
See, there you go again. Now I'm gonna tell you like this. Now, here you go. You would think, speaking to me, I'm facetious but real. You were sorry to say to myself, this is a very learned brother. He's probably had a hell of an education. No, most of what I've learned, what I've done, it's been self-educated. The way that I understand and look at the world is because I am a seeker of knowledge, not of white folks' information. These brothers right here, right now, are 2 flaming idiots right now. Can y'all not feel it? Can y'all not tell it? No, in fact, I don't want to denigrate. Let me go, because I was ready to get today. I said I won't go denigrate today. I said I won't go denigrate. Let me come back.
Are we saying because she's a dark-skinned, heavy-set black woman? Is that what you guys getting at? Because we only have a visualization of who she is.
Yeah, that's the representation.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't date that particular kind of woman.
Stereotypes.
And then when you start,
Now, that's another thing. I'm going to tell you, that's another black man's problems, what we have right now, is we're not saying shit with our chest. If a woman can say, I don't date short kings, you stand on your square with your full fucking chest. Black man, if you have put yourself in a healthy condition of life, now don't say this shit if you unhealthy. You can't make this statement. Only a healthy nigga can make this statement, not you. But if you go to the gym, you eat your vegetables and you drink your water and you walk your mile, brother, you put your cocoa butter on so you smell like frankincense and myrrh. You do all of that. Yes, you can stand in front of anyone and say, no, I require that from the woman that I'm going to be with. That's the one who gets this soul pole. And you don't have to make these roundabout statements. You sound shifty. You sound weird when you do that. And see, that's what's wrong with it. Women respect directness. I think what we have to get to is understand that today. Directness is the key.
talking about weight and stuff in the black community, it can be really sensitive for the women, but that does play into attraction.
But that needs to be a conversation that we need to have, though.
We always have it, and they don't want to hear it.
Exactly.
Like Lizzo. Body positivity.
Right.
I mean, she's
try to.
Can I ask any of y'all in here, and this is black folks, this how I know this dude's a teller. He's from somewhere else. He ain't from here. You know how I know? Because ain't no black folks out here ever bringing Lizzo up in no conversation unless we had to pick on her. And I promise you, Lizzo ain't nobody's representation. Ain't no black woman say, you know what, bitch, I want to be like Lizzo. No. Even skinny Lizzo, didn't nobody say that. That's like saying I want to be Gabby Sidibe. Ain't nobody saying that shit. Stop it.
Telling a black woman about
accountability is what I noticed.
Yes, I agree. Accountability, major accountability.
Yeah.
You said you date people that you attract. I think that's really important that he said that. Because at the end of the day, like we can talk about who our preferences are, whatever. You can only date who wants to date you at the end of the day, which is why I asked the question about super.
Oh, they be lying. Look, whether you realize it or not, and I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt because I don't know these people now. I always try to say this: never project onto people. You just observe, put into the memory bank. If you ever run into them, it just could be potentially who they are. Again, you attract who you want. 2, you're gonna act different depending on who you like. Classic example, the world has moved into this. You guys see this too. People are not nice to each other unless they find them physically attractive. Me, my big beautiful self, when I go outside some days, I don't look always this handsome. Don't nobody look at me, I walk right past, nobody say a motherfucking thing. But if you're dressed nice, you hold up nice, people treat you different. So I say to him like this, he said, what, I like what likes me? No, you are presenting yourself in a fashion because if you see him now, you people can't see him, but he has on a Garamado shirt with 3 buttons. He looks like he probably wear khaki pants all the time. He's giving you the I love white tea women uniform right now, is what he's giving you. So of course, that's what you're getting. Same thing I tell you people all the time. You're going to give the people that you like what they want. Meaning, if men know women like certain things, they're gonna present certain things. Women know that men like certain things, she's gonna present that a certain way. You putting on a Garamado shirt, but you saying sisters don't like me. You ain't dressing that sisters can like you. Because you don't want them. I just want people to say this. Just say, I don't like them. I want white tea women. I want white boys.
Proposing what you think a black man should be onto a black person. I feel like a lot of the qualities I bring to the table, other races seem to appreciate and value a little bit more.
What qualities are they?
Yeah, what qualities?
What qualities?
Okay, so I've heard a bunch of times growing up, like, oh, like I want like a thug, for instance, and I understand like that's stereotypical.
That's major in
It is major, even in California.
So we gonna just lie now. Oh my God. Hit the like button, share the lie, people. This is what I don't like. He, again, is not telling you what he has seen with his own eyes. He's perpetuating the stereotypes now. Now, I know of a young lady that I know to this day. Very beautiful sister. She's married now and everything. Would never call her out. She said that dumb shit to me back in the day. She said, we were teenage. She said, I don't think a guy gonna like me unless, I want to put his hands on me and rough me up a little bit. I told her then, bitch, you sound crazy. I told her that at like 15. If she had said some mess to me like that today, I said, today, bitch, you still crazy. But again, I do not let this one woman be the representation of all black women. Because what you don't realize is when you perpetuate it onto them, and then they start taking it in themselves, guess what the next step is, bitch? Everybody gonna start acting like that. My thing is, it's just like this. I don't like statements like, he gonna leave that black woman for a white. No, the white tea person you see with the black person with the white tea person is the person that they want you to see as a star. What do I mean? 84% of the NFL, black men that are married to other black women. You don't get to see them. You get to see part of the 16 when they keep propping them up. I give you an example. I saw this one time. Ladies don't know this. I'll give you an example. So there's 32 teams in the NFL. I think it is. And there's 7 rounds when they have the NFL draft. So that means the first 32, then the next 32, then they do it 7 times. In that draft, they said the women of the players of this draft. I saw this article on ESPN one day. They had the top 15. They took 15 people. Half of that list, 90% of the list, they all had black players with white tea people, or if the rest of them was white people with white people. And they took this list, they put on here, but it was guys from the 6th round, the guy from the 3rd round, the guy from the 1st round, they were picking people all over the place. Why? They were picking the girls. They weren't picking the player. Why? So you can get the imagery of seeing that this is what brothers always want. Then what they do is, you don't realize this in sports, they manufacture stars. What do I mean? I know they told you LeBron James is the greatest player ever. That's because ESPN put that shit on repeat. But if you sit back and go into rooms with other ball players and they ask them who the best player on their teams were, who the best player they ever played against, a lot of times you may not even heard of the person. You want to know why? The person that they play ball that is that good, they just didn't want. See, this is not the greatest NBA players, not the greatest basketball players in the world. This is the greatest players they control. The greatest players that they can market. Like, I get it. Certain players are just transcendent. Michael Jordan is that. I get it. LeBron does things different. I get it. But you do know, if they didn't want, especially LeBron, if they didn't want LeBron to be a star, they could have kept him from being one. The difference was they needed a face. The face brings in money. But anyways, I digress. Let me leave it up.
California now. I mean, it's like, I guess I kind of understand what some of the appeal of that might be, I suppose. But at the same time, like, if we're trying to like build a healthy community, why are we prioritizing that?
That bores a lot of women in the black community.
But that's my
when
point.
You start talking about positive things and stuff like that, they want somebody that's going to be destructive generally.
I disagree.
I don't disagree at all. I've seen so many black women that say they want thugs, they want the gangster type. They feel.
Let me in. I want to tell you what setting. Let's be honest. So, are we at brunch at Toast on Linux? Are we at church? Are we in the back seat of the Jeep? Where did you hear this woman? She said, you know what? I really want a thug in my life. What is this, 1996? What are we talking about? You know, I want a thug in my life. These busters ain't loving you right. No, sis. No. What you have done is this. I'm going to tell you what's happening. I'll give you an example. Let me slow it down 1 second. I watch shows again, like Married at First Sight, things like this. What I've seen the trend of what they've done with the black men especially, but they even do it with the white tea people. They are bringing really soft-natured, really sensitive, really... Remember, the more masculine you are, honestly, the deeper your voice. For some reason, you just violent, nigga. It's just, oh, he's violent, his voice too deep. They doing this now. And see, what is happening is it's having a reverberating effect on all the rest of these people, on these young men. This guy right here, she sounds so mean. She's rough and she's tough. You better go sit her ass down. Excuse me. Oops. Sit her down somewhere. Stop talking. Oh no, he said Jaylen Brown what? He'll be a star, but the NBA. Yeah, they don't want Jaylen to be a star. They don't. And see, you're right. And then and say, who you say? What's that? Rico? What's that? Roscoe? I can't say the name. But you see a lot of this sensitive talk now. And I'm not saying this to be like I'm the roughest, tough. What I'm saying is this. I just not gonna part my lips and make, like I said, all right, let me say this. I'll give you that. If a man comes in the room that's this attractive guy, you can't deny he's an attractive guy. He walks in the room. And if it's a bunch of ladies, if I'm a single guys in the room, I'll give you an example. I remember when Love Island, Corbin, with the light-skinned Jamaican /black/white guy, came in the room. You could see, if y'all watch the show, you could see the rest of the dudes, whether they were attractive or not. When he came in the house, he was like, oh shit, there goes some competition. But what I don't think men understand today is this. Aesthetics is one thing. But one thing that's great about women, dumb, young, smart guy, that's the initialness. But how many times have you seen the gremlin dude with the gorgeous woman, and you say, how this nigga do it? But then when you talk to him, he says, this nigga got game like a motherfucker. It's his mouthpiece. See, what these dudes want to do, they want to put all the time into their hair, into the gym time, and then when they get around their women, they don't know how to communicate. See, I've learned this a lot. Y'all have noticed if y'all watch these shows, they're either effeminate or when they're talking at each other. I say this all the time. If I'm on Pop the Balloon, I don't give a about your 5-year plan. I do not. So when my questioning come to you, it will not be, so Elder, you can ask the ladies a question. So ladies, what is your 5? I don't give a. I need to know if I could share a meal with you and get through it. You know how I do that? By talking to you. Man, what kind of music you listen to? What you listen to? Now, mind you, I am a brother. I feel like my layers are deep. We can go there. We can get down there. We can get metaphysical. We can go anywhere. I'm feeling there. But I need to know before I get to any of those levels, I'm silly in nature. If I can't share a meal, if I can't show the conversation, if you have no sense of humor, we can't talk. So your 5-year plan is not gonna get me no closer to where I need to be. So I probably will come on the show and say, ladies, I know y'all gonna want me to come in and ask you about God and all this stuff. I get that, we'll get there. Let's do that on the date. But until then, I just need to know if I even like you. I'm a Tupac fan, you may be Biggie. I don't know. I'm picky, but serious. So that's my whole thing. When are we gonna get back to that? So this conversation is really just supposed to be about that. Why don't we get back to doing the shit that's actually we did when we were kids? Brothers that's in the house, that's watching, that's listening right now. Brothers, if you got a woman that you've been with for years, but you don't know her from high school, but she said she had this boyfriend named Tyrone from school, Tyrone still comes up in her mind from time to time. Now, it may not be nothing serious, because she's a good girl you got. Your sister's good. I'm not talking about her. She good. She ain't gonna never do nothing. She seen this nigga's page every so often on Facebook. She go by every so often. Oh, there you go. He looking cute still. Or if he messed up, you say, oh God, I dodged that bullet. She does it. Because you know why she's doing that though? She's doing that because that was the last time she ever had a chance to be in a relationship with someone and it was free, and y'all ain't worried about bills, y'all ain't worried about babies, y'all ain't worried about nothing. It will hold her hand, look in her eyes, y'all experience some new things together. He touched things for the first time that she never had touched. That's all it is. And see, what we do now in these relationships now, because we got the Professor Bryants, the Dr. Bryants and the Dr. Umars and everybody running around telling us how to date and where to submit and all this other stuff. No, I ran with my crew. I never wanted my homeboys' girls. I like my girls, but I was around his girls. His girls didn't act like my girls. That's what they were two different chicks. I don't care that what you do. I know for me, instead of me putting the blueprint out for all sisters to meet, how about we do this? Nigga, shut up. Excuse me. Sorry, I love TikTok shop. Oh, I'm getting too comfortable. Set a boundary for yourself to where the lady that should meet it will meet it. Then guess what happens? The only thing you have to worry about is picking the one you like the most. But what we are doing, we are picking and choosing our boundaries. I'll let this bitch cross it. I'll let him cross it. I'll let her cross it. No. Because when you let them cross your boundaries, that big booty is not going to be so exciting the 1,500th time that you smacked it. Okay? And at that point, you're going to say, I should have listened to myself back then. Yes, set the boundary. I'm going to tell you like this. This is how you have to do it too, fellas. And I would say for men, you actually just setting yourself up for failure because you got it right now. All it is 1,000 to 1. So all you have to do is do this. Yes, you can't have 1,000. All 1,000 are not going to be what you like. So you don't keep shaking and moving to fit all 1,000 to feed your ego. No. What you do is if you like multiples, and I'm not telling you can't still dibble and dabble if that's what you want to do if you're single, that's your business. But if you want multiples, but you want to have a good time with them and not conflict with all of them, set your motherfucking boundary. Lead with your boundary. The women who are okay with your boundaries are the only ones that's going to step up. Because one thing I know about women, I don't care how sexy, how fine you is. If she don't like, oh, no, he is too much. He's community D. I can't deal with him. And she gonna move on. Don't care how fine you is. Now, I was trying to say that about Corbin. I lost my train of thought. But Corbin on the Love Island, he was saying thing. What these brothers don't realize, eventually, you still gotta have the mouthpiece to match the look. So don't be nervous just because the nigga come in and he smell like Stetson cologne. He still gotta open his mouth. Put some time into learning something, doing something, learn eye contact, learn nonverbal cues, things like this. I always used to say that when I did stand up for 12 years. When I did stand up, one of my best jokes I used to tell, and it was, I can't remember the joke now, but it is that nonverbal cues are 60% of the communication is nonverbal, 60%. What messes men up like him at the club is the national thing my joke was about. He will go talk to the girl who has gave him no cues to come talk to me. But here's a caveat. He is in her direct sight and in her peripherals, and she never made eye contact even though he stared at her for 5 minutes. She looked everywhere, around him, over top of him, at his shoes, at the person beside him, but never at you. She has communicated to you, brother, please don't bring your ass over here talking to me. See, I understand that. So guess what I just did? I avoided the rejection. I can't talk about sisters no more because that ain't my experience. But guess what? if she's looking me in the eye over and over again, she's telling me, nigga, get your ass over here. That's what I'm trying to. That's what she's telling you. But see, again, we're watching dumbed down movies, dumbed down TV show. Don't nobody read. You got people that they made superstars off of Zeus Network. You like these are not thinkers. These people do not help move your. Oh my God. So when I hear brothers like him talking, this is what I hear. I just don't know how to navigate. You don't understand women, and this is vice versa. Same thing for women. They got y'all really believing that he gonna wear a suit. He's Jamie St. Patrick ain't real, baby. Sorry. Jamie St. Patrick ain't real. He not. This nigga ain't got the greatest mouthpiece, wear the suit the best, got a chiseled chest, 6-pack at 45. Out here with them. If he is, he gonna be just like Jamie. He gonna have a side bitch that he in love with. So you better be prepared. If you want to be Tasha from Power, you got to be prepared because you're going to have an Angela too. Okay? This is what it is. But what it is, you say, I want that, but I want to take the Angela part off. Nope. You just built a bear. You just tried to do something that ain't real. It's not going to happen. Take the good with the bad. Look, the 80-20 rule is real, people. And that's real. And I always even say this, instead of putting the 80-20 on it, just look at it like this. I look at it as, have a blowout. I'm talking about you and her, him and her, or whatever it is. Y'all have a blowout argument. To the point you don't even know if y'all gonna be together no more, right? Have one of them, right? When you have one of them, and y'all go no contact, did you miss him? Did you stop breathing? What that bitch doing? That nigga probably got that girl over there. Did you do all of that? Then I'm gonna tell you, that's something right there that you, and I don't mean the ego one. It's an ego one. Oh, I don't want that bitch to have nobody, but I don't want her. Like, classic example, I cannot get into this season of this show, but that show, The Ultimatum. If you don't know what it's about, show is couples where people want to get married, but the other person don't. So they go on this show in like groups of 6 people, like four couples, 6 couples, and then they switch partners, and then they play house with the other person. Now, this is a recipe for fucking disaster, okay? But I always say, people, if you're watching the show, it always lets you know, it is like, some of the time, like I saw a guy on this season, I was watching a little bit of it. Before his woman could even choose, he was like, hey, bitch, you want to get married? Come on, I'm changing my mind. Let's go and get married. See, that's almost like bad pressure. But what I'm saying is, oh shit, I can't do it. What I'm saying is that if it ain't that, damn, what's my damn point? Lost my damn train of thought. I'm over here looking at Naturally Comment, talking about Build-A-Bear. I'm sorry, I don't know why I said that. It's a like, but man, I love y'all. All right, let me keep going, man. I'm talking too goddamn much. Hold on.
Protected, so much so.
You gotta have a gun.
Yeah, they like the emotional highs and lows is like sex in and of itself to her. I've seen women like this where I've seen men give them STDs and they're still banging on his door like I love you. I'm like, who's really the fool?
Then another thing, again, I might have to play Jubilee. Y'all screening process is trash. Cause I'm gonna be honest with you. Full disclosure, like I said with people, luckily for the grace of God, I've never had to go down that path of STD. But I've seen people go through these things, this and the third. You know when? When we were like 18, randomly putting our PPs in places we shouldn't have been putting them. That's when you did stuff like this. Well, and then 2, I will be honest with you. My generation is the first generation of technology. What do I mean? Now, I don't mean TVs, cell phone. I'm talking about from the house phone being vital. See, our parents didn't give a shit about no phone. My generation, you better have a quarter. You don't be stuck like my parents, my grandparents. My grandparents, side note, my grandparents decided to put a house phone in the house. It was only in the kitchen. You mother. So you know I beat that. Put that long ass drop cord, drive that bitch over to the room. Anyway, so you got. I forgot my train of thought. God damn it! I gotta stop getting sidetracked. I forgot what I was saying. But I will say this about this dude. I don't know why he talking shit. He got one hand. I just noticed the dude got one hand. Anyway.
Here, you know.
But are thugs the only ones that are giving out STDs? Is that what we're saying? And I have to majority. Oh, you're talking to a public health background right now. Let me tell you. It is not thugs. There is no line that says I'm a thug. There are white men, black men, Puerto Rican men, Hispanic, and in general, there's no percentage that says only thugs are giving the most STDs out. I'll tell you one thing, black women, heterosexual black women are the most high at risk for HIV right now, and it's not just from black men. It's from all men. That's why I want us to really dive deep into that. And then you're speaking of a community saying they only want thugs. I think education plays a major role in it.
That's what I was trying to say. Shit, I got sidetracked and forgot. What kind of people you deal with if y'all talking about STDs at this point? You know how grimy? Look, nigga, look. I don't know why y'all.
Black men are intimidated by successful black women.
Oh. Well, fellas, all four of them. All four. Oh, I was ready to get out of here, but I know right now we're gonna just, if y'all got a little more time, hit the like button. You want me to stay a little longer because they ready to get into it now. We're gonna have to dispel this. You strong black women, I gotta get rid of this shit. Okay.
It's good that you're being real with yourself, though. That's important.
Whoa, wait. I will say, like,
the same. Only the Beckys love me and all. He was. It ain't Fernando. Come on, Fernando. Fernando set his ass there. Get out. Look, newsflash. Before they even say it, I'm gonna say my piece on and let them roll. It is not an intimidating thing that your woman makes more money than you. That is not what men have an issue with. Men are not dumb in the economy that we live in. The men are seeing that jobs are picking women over men in every industry that is still available to get jobs. Yes, if men work on oil rigs, these are nickels. If they get the job at all, construction site, these are men. If they can get around the Mexican, they are literally undercutting your black men at the bottom and at the top. Understand that, ladies. If they're bringing in a working class, and we know they do it, that's undercutting the bottom. And then we know when you get up to the top, they don't allow your men up there either. That means they are cutting you down. You have to understand that. That is not an intimidation of men, or we're intimidated by women when it comes to that. It has nothing to do with it. No, what generally happens when the woman starts making money, she feels like a lot of the times she's better than he is. I've seen that a lot. The women who don't feel that way, guess what happens? Her and her man get along perfectly fine. See, let me say this before I let it go. I think people need to understand, I don't think all women think like that when they make more money than men. I think women understand this. I think a sensible fucking woman understands this. This man does this man does this man is brilliant at this man can do this man does this, and he's trying all the fucking time. This man I've had to rub his back because this one failed, this business failed, this time failed. He tried to do this, he did this, he went for this interview. He can't control the amount of the yeses he get, but just the amount of effort and energy he puts out. She can also see the fact that he's getting tired. He's breaking him right now. Oh my God. Every time he does get in a position, here it comes, and they have to lay these people off. She's went through this with the guy. No sensible woman, when she's making more money than her husband, will think to herself, I don't have a good husband, let me get on from him. No sensible person thinks that way. Only a person who has never experienced what a man brings to your life would think that that's the only value this nigga brings. Excuse me. Damn it, I can't stop it. But we have allowed the internet to flood on the black side, showing you. Then they take even other men who are blessed enough to make a living. I remember Iman Shumpert. Iman Shumpert, I said this and I was Nostradamus again. This is when him and Tiana Taylor was having a little show and they was the everything. Iman was like, real men pay for everything. If you ain't paying for everything, you can't be a real man. Like, I'm thinking to myself, oh, this nigga must have went out and built something, a business of his own. Oh no, I forgot, you're a commodity. If I was 6'7", maybe I have a chance to make that amount of money. Drop a foot and let's see what you're making. So what happened was, the same dude talking about that talk is the same one trying to take her money in the divorce. Why are you trying to get her money now? I thought real men pay for shit. What are you talking about? No, you talking. You in your position. Stop spreading things that don't make sense. I would love to get our economy in black society back to the point to where black men are the sole provider of their homes. And guess what, ladies? The men wouldn't give a fuck either. Your husband, your boyfriend, your baby daddy, whoever you dealing with, he would not care if every bill came through in his fucking name if he could pay them all. The same way you would not have a deadbeat financial baby daddy with child support if he could work consistently for 18 years. But ask yourself, did you work 18 straight years consistently? Were you able to stay on your job consistently, rain, sleet, or snow, no matter what fucking bill, no matter what broke, no matter what happened? Were you able to pay everything exactly like you were supposed to forever and through perpetuity? No. I don't understand why we're getting out here and we're allowing the internet to feed us like we don't know our existence. You wanna know how we have the same existence? Because when we go out, we watch comedy, everybody laughs at the same fucking jokes when it comes to the culture. No matter if you're from the West Coast, East Coast, the whole nine, we have some differences, but it all comes back to the same spot. These are unwritten rules of our culture, and for some reason we got online now, we've allowed ourselves to lie to ourselves about what we're going through and why. When I see people from the Republican side, these Negroes get up here and make every excuse for what's happened to your community, it ain't got nothing to do with them folks. And then I watch the Democratic side say a whole bunch of other BS and stuff that we don't need. I'm ready to go off again. I'm sorry. My bad. I'm on a tangent. My bad.
Like, sometimes, I'm not gonna say all black men are, but I know I've heard from plenty of my friends and plenty of older women that I know who are kind of successful, and they're like, yeah, it's really hard to date because men will be like, oh, you make more money than me or something.
You guys like to say that.
He just keeps saying shit I ain't never heard no man say. Oh, ladies, y'all heard, did you even hear your man, the one that was jealous, the one who was scared and intimidated by you? Did he ever say it to you? I'm just intimidated by you, baby. How's the money you make? They just be saying shit on here. Where are you getting these people from?
We shouldn't compare, as women, we shouldn't compare ourselves to men because we'll never be the same as you guys. But you guys do that with us. Compare yourselves to us. Like, I don't make as much as her, or I don't have all the degrees that she has.
I don't know if it's the same kind.
Again, now she's doing it. Can I ask you something, ladies? Because y'all the most educated that they say. Can you tell me what that degree did for you? Because if that degree, and I know it because I know a bunch of brothers and sisters, this ain't just specific to y'all, nickels don't get jobs and they degrees. Your degree is an accomplishment. Your degrees allow you to apply for jobs, but they ain't in your degree your field majority of the time. So when you make a statement, ma'am, he's intimidated by my degree. What the fuck am I intimidated by a piece of paper hanging on your wall that you don't acknowledge? No, that is a talking point. That is propaganda. That is some more shit that people just say because they try to make excuses for why they single. No, he's not intimidated by it. No, you live in a society that disenfranchises your people. This is what it looks like. I get it. Y'all all want the one dude. I keep talking about Patrick St. whatever his name. James St. Patrick. Everybody wants him. Want Ghost. I get it. It ain't but one Tasha. And that bitch went through hell. Be careful what you ask for.
What kind of comparison we're talking about, right? So I think a lot of the time when people are saying women shouldn't compare themselves to men, as women shouldn't try to be men versus men comparing themselves to women, it's more like, am I fulfilling that traditional masculine role that's kind of expected? Now, we can have the conversation as to whether or not that's still apt for our time or not, whether that's still relevant. I would say it is, just because it seems like people seem to appreciate, at least from my perspective, women seem to appreciate men who make more than them still.
Intimidation is a form of insecurity. So that stems from lack of communication and not dating someone on your level, not you specifically, but if the person isn't dating someone on their level, there needs to be that communication, because obviously that person is with you for other reasons.
I don't want to make the broad statement that it's all black men, because it's not. It's specifically black men that for whatever reason in their own life, they're not happy with where they are at. They have some sort of insecurity. Maybe it's career.
Yes. Now, ladies, I'm ready to say something, because I told you this should be a real conversation. This don't need to be play, no bullshit. So I want to be honest with you guys. Maybe you can be honest with us, and maybe you can go home and be honest with your man. Yes, black men are very insecure in the world right now. Black men are very insecure about what they are producing, what they can produce, what they will be allowed to produce, how they're going to navigate and get around it. Yes, ladies, your man is insecure. But he can't say that to you, because then you're going to look at him as weak. That's how he feels. You haven't given him a soft place to land when it comes to that. But I also need for people to understand that I understand both sides when people go through things. I just need for everyone else to do that. She needs to do the same thing. But she almost came off as a little bit judgmental when she said that. Sounds like you're insecure. Yes, wouldn't you be insecure? When you be insecure that no matter what you did, no matter how hard you worked, no matter how many times you tried to make something happen, somebody told you couldn't have it. I say it all the time as a black man. Do you know how many times I have started a business, failed a business, spent money in a business, failed in a business, lost more money, wish you had it all back, failed more times. You go through it over and over again and you get frustrated. You do get to the point sometimes you get tired. I've had many a days. I am tired. I am beat. I don't know where else. I can't seem to get over this hump. People say life gets easier. I know black men struggle. Black men are not what the internet tries to paint us to be. Let me say this, and I needed to say it loudly. The internet wants to make us the boogeyman. We don't want children. And then they will show you a black guy who makes nasty statements like that. That is not a representation of the whole. The black man does want to take care of his family. The black man wants to be respected. All of these things. You want to know how I know it? Because as soon as he starts making money, he tries to demand these things. The first thing he wants to do is be look, I've watched so many entertainers, when they become special in their business, they lose their art form because now they became businessmen. Kevin Hart's a great example. Kevin Hart went from being an extremely funny, hilarious young dude to now all he does is promote shit to you all day. You want to know why? Because he don't want to be broke no more. He wants to leave a legacy behind. Black men want their names to mean something. So I hate it when people say shit like, oh, these black men don't want nothing. Do you not see the environment that we're all being raised in? See, I can give passion and compassion to black women because I have to watch Ayanna. I got to see every time I meet a black woman, if I'm having an intimate conversation, it could be about anything. I can tell something happened to her as a child. Poor little girl. So for me, I have a soft fucking spot for black women because I know something's happened to a lot of them. But for some reason, this whole denigration, he just needs to do better. And go where? And do what? No, with love, guess what happens? If the dude who is tired, you know what you get now? You getting a black man who don't give a fuck no more because he ain't got nothing. A lot of the time, he playing with you because he need a roof over his head. He playing with you because he need an extra few dollars because he can't make ends meet. There is no catch-all. There is nowhere for him to go. There is no assistance, and this country is breaking us. And it's starting with y'all. It's basically saying, just keep denigrating. No, you do not pile on. I will not pile on sisters, do not pile on me. I will not do that. I will not take a Cheyenne, Dr. Cheyenne, who says ignorant shit and make her all y'all. No, we can't do that. It's just, to me, I keep watching us. I keep seeing it, and you keep seeing these type of conversations. You're just intimidated. No, man. Why is it? Have you stopped and asked yourself, as masculine as my man is, as much as I can respect him up until now he got to go to work, why is it just your guy is the one who can't make a living? You know your husband's not Pookie, so why are you acting like it? I think people say, okay, great, you down, great, you have an excuse. It's not an excuse. I can promise you this. I don't want one sister to fix shit. Excuse me, love TikTok shop. I don't want one sister to fix nothing for me or any other man. What I am saying to women is this. When a man has nothing less to give, he needs to pull it from somewhere to get the fuck back up and try to do it positively. And I promise you this, if you ain't that space, you ain't gonna be there long, or at least not in a healthy manner. But if you are that, he will then pick himself up because we are at war. I, every day, get on here and I show you in multiple ways they are at war with you. Remember, every cause has an effect. Every effect has a cause. So if your black man was them brothers who wore suits to go everywhere, these black men were the ones who built Wall Street and all these other places. If that man don't exist anymore, you have to stop and say, why? What happened? I don't know. I'm on the soapbox. My bad. I'm sorry, people. My bad.
Career insecurity, financial insecurity. So if they're with that archetypal, strong black woman. In my experience, instead of being like, oh, like, that's awesome, you have a degree in this, you got this job, you did this. They're like, okay, big mama, you got money? You got money, big mama? I'm like, what the hell? Or like, I've even had experience.
God forbid he just showed you a sense of fucking skills. I can't do it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm about to get off in a minute because y'all gonna mess me up. We're in 2 hours anyway. Hold on, I love TikTok shop. I'm sorry.
This is where they were like basically slut shaming me, talking down to me because I got a better job. Or
did she just say, see, now I can't listen to nothing else this woman say. Did y'all hear any slut shaming? Did you hear anything remotely close to any of that? See, this is the same woman, for the people who can't see it. I love TikTok shop, my bad. I'm sorry, Natural. For the people who don't know, this is the same woman who says that she prefer white tea men because she's a biracial. And she's biracial and they're just black men that just they pick on her because she got white tea mama. This is the same woman who just making more stuff up. What I've learned is the two biracials is the ones up here just making shit up about the culture. Again, have y'all not noticed that every time you turn it on, it'll be a bunch of stuff that ain't true they say we be doing? I see it every time.
Or I lost weight and people started noticing that, so now I was a whore. But in my experience, if I've been with a black man who he is,
which means she started losing weight and acting like a
successful, he has a job that he likes, he's pursuing his hobbies, he has X, Y, and Z. Comments like that are never made because he's not
supporting you.
Yeah, he's not internalizing your success as his failure.
Yeah.
Met that across all men. They just feel intimidated when you are successful. And in my experience too.
Can I say this? I got it. Hold on. Sorry, hold on. Can I say this, guys? Hold on a second. It blew the whole goddamn thing up. Can I say this?
I do tend to.
Good Lord, stop talking to me. Can I say this about the whole? Can I say this? And I gotta get out of there. I can't be talking to y'all all day long. I don't. Ask yourself, just ladies, ask yourself, what? Do you really believe the men just really be sitting around saying, man, I hate she winning and she bringing in money in this house. I hate that now. I know the lights is gonna get paid next month. God, I hate this lady. Oh, I don't wanna do this. Do you really think that's what it is? Because I'm trying to tell you, all it is what I just said. All it is this. Men, by nature, the same way you want to be protected, men, by nature, like, put it like this. Are there some raggedy women out here that don't protect their kids? There's some raggedy women out here that won't protect their husbands if they need to be protected? Yes. But there's a bunch of them that's going to do their job, right? Same thing for men. Are there some raggedy ones that ain't going to do nothing? Yes. But by nature, all black men want to take care of their families. I've seen the biggest of thugs. When they got a little girl, I've seen it. She done broken. I saw this one time, little girl, daddy came to school, little thug dude, couldn't even speak proper English good. And he come to the school to eat lunch with her. She was parading her. That's my daddy, y'all. This nigga, boy, when I tell you, no one needs to ever tell me, because they try to make black men loving the kids like a stereotype. If he looks like this boy look, he don't let his kid know. When I tell you right now, Tyrone, whatever his name was, Tyrone ain't got a lick education, probably ain't gonna never go nowhere in life economically. But when I tell you, if he gonna have to put somebody down, he gonna put somebody down for her. And I think for people to just to put out here, because if he can't afford to buy or pay for her, when the system is literally doing this on purpose. And I'm not talking about people who are just nasty and vile towards the kids, because I'm gonna be honest with you, people project their own nastiness onto other people. Look, and I said I won't go get in this conversation. It just, anyway, let me leave that conversation. I told myself, y'all gonna be here all day long. Let me stop the thing. Good Lord. Well, fuck it. It's just, what? Let me just let it go. When you hear the complaints people have, for a person like me, it don't have to be this hard. We have made this love thing so hard. And it ain't got to be. It's as simple as, hey, sometimes, again, let's get back to the nuts I'm gonna get out. Let me say this, I'm gonna get out. Sometimes you have to get back to what made it all pop. I want the next black man, black woman to do this. Just get out pencils and pad, goddammit. We're gonna give you some notes to take. I'll give you a second. Second up. First things first, write for yourself. I've had this amount of relationship, this amount of relationship, this amount of relationship. What's something he or she did that I don't want this shit at all with no other woman? Not the stuff you want me to get on your nerves or you want to be mad at her, but you still gonna stay. No, I'm talking about you know. You know when you get, like for me, I'll give you a hard boundary for me. If you're gonna be my woman, you cannot be this. If you are unaccountable, I swear to God, if you are unaccountable in anything in life, I am not dealing with you. I am not going down that road with you. No. We are not going to project and run and hide and sneak and then you have to, I have an avoidant, I don't give a, nope. See, that's a hard boundary for me. Knowing that once you set all those things into place, the next time someone comes into your life, don't worry about where they work. Don't worry about what their ambition is, their next 5 years. None of that. But you gotta do something first too, ladies. Put that little cooch snatch on lock though. You can't pull it out. And the only reason I'm telling you not to pull it out is because this. I don't want you to get with a bum. Fellas, I don't want you to get with an unaccountable lady. So by you both keeping your parts to yourselves long enough to get to that point, you're gonna find out very fast if she's unaccountable. And ladies, you're gonna find out very fast if they're lazy. You're gonna find out fast. Spend some time with them. Just like you did in school. Remember, when you were in high school, hopefully you was in the generation like me where you won't give it up early. But if you was in high school, you know you had a whole boyfriend for a whole year and y'all ain't do nothing but kiss and fondle each other. So if you can go back and do that with someone and just really get to know that person again, I promise you probably better suited to find somebody who's gonna go to war with you for the rest of your life than you is by getting this checklist of 6 feet, 6 inches of penis. Cause all this stuff right here is not gonna get it. You wanna know? I know, cause ain't nobody getting together with it. But again, everybody still thinking about the little high school girl and boy that they thought about. Nobody does that anymore. That's all I wanted to do. But anyways, that's what I'm talking about. Anyways, people, again, you know I love y'all when they come over here. I don't know, I sound crazy. I know I did a lot of playing today. But I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I appreciate you guys for showing up. I'm gonna play a little bit of music. What I got playing up here? What I got up here today? Let me see what I got for the family today. All right, yeah, I got some stuff coming up. So I'm gonna play a little bit of music for the family. I appreciate you guys for coming like you always do. Again, support the channel. Go over to Cash App 300 Radio. So it's $, the number 300 and radio. That is my platform. We're gonna be bringing you a lot of amazing things. For the people who do F with me heavy, I appreciate you guys. All I do is I love black folks. I love black people. I want to see us succeed. I feel nothing but joy when I see black people together. I'm in Atlanta, so you see a lot of single people. But when you go, I'm gonna tell you, you want to see some black people get together, go to comedy shows. Black men and women still go to comedy shows. I love to see them get together. I told myself I'm gonna get back on stage. It's been years. They gonna cancel me, but you know, shit, I'm gonna talk. But I'm gonna get up there again. But I love to see black folks. So I'm gonna put some little music on for you guys, and I guess I appreciate you for showing up like you always do. And from there, I'm gonna say peace. Let me go and get this music queued up. I'll be back tomorrow Friday, so we'll get tomorrow popping and everything. Come on, thing. Get this thing so people can do it. So tomorrow Friday, we're going to play good music for you guys, and I'm going to get it popping.
Forgiveness needs confession. You never scratch that itch. I can't keep begging you to see the mess you made of us and me.
They knew that I was going to put some on the screen. They gave me a restriction. I hadn't even put nothing on the screen yet. They bastards. Anyway.
Tired of the blame. I can't heal the hurt you won't admit is there. I can't carry love when you won't even share. I gave you my truth. You gave me your silence. I'm leaving tonight. I'm choosing my peace. I'm done saying sorry. I'm done saying sorry. Yeah, I'm not saying I was perfect. I've got ghosts I had to fight. But every time I reach for honest, you just turned out the light. So I'm backing up my patience, leaving on your maybe later. You can keep that future. I'm done saying sorry. It's on you. Tired of the plane that keeps coming back to you. I can't heal the hurt you leave. I can't carry love when you won't even share. I gave you my truth. You gave me your silence. I'm leaving tonight. I'm choosing my peace. I'm done saying sorry. Done saying sorry. Done saying sorry for you and me. Yeah. 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 For you and me. Yeah. Yeah. For you
Scott Free is going live.
Let's go.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Red dress, low dim light. Laugh lines on your lips. Gold on your, gold on your thigh. You don't see me leaning in the shadow, drinking my hand, tracing every move you made like I already understand. From across the room, I'm on your skin. Every slow step closer, I'm breathing you in. Got my hands in my head, put my mind on your waist. I'm undressing your name, trying to savor the taste. From across the room, you feel this too. That slow, heavy pull drawing me to you. If I get you alone, girl, you know how we'll end. Two strangers burning down a one night stand. Oh, you've been down. Touch your heel, my thoughts go dark. Neckline slips. I feel my pulse leave a mark. You glance back. Hold it just a second too long. Like you heard every filthy line in my song. From across the room, on your skin, every slow step closer, I'm breathing you in. Got my hands in my head, but my mind on your waist. I'm undressing your name, trying to savor the taste. From across the room, you feel this too. That slow, heavy pull drawing me to you. If I get you alone, girl, you know how we'll end. Two strangers burning down a one night stand. Yeah, you drift by my table, perfume cuts through the smoke. You say you've been staring, I laugh, my control just broke. I say I've been thinking about your hands on